Oh shit.
All right, this is Randalicious. Welcome to the 23rd Hexis podcast. For those of you who are watching the stream of this, feel free to post some topic suggestions for us to talk about. We'll try to get to those at the end. And for those of you who are watching the YouTube video of this, in the description there'll be a link. You can submit topics for that for the next podcast. Let's get it going. I'm Randalicious, and I'm the leader of Hexis.
What's up, I'm Trance. I'm a general in Hexis.
I'm Trickool. I'm also a general in Hexis.
I'm Razor, and I'm ranked 7 overall.
I'm Andrew, and I'm training Slayer right now.
I'm TheAbyss, private in Hexis, currently going for max total level.
Alright. So, it's been 3 weeks since we had the last podcast, and there's been a lot of shit that has happened. So, let's get it started with the biggest one. The 6-hour methods have been nerfed. On a scale of 1 to 10, how pleased are you with the change of 6-hour methods being nerfed? Do you think it is ever too late to do what is best for the future of the game? What is your whole opinion on this shit?
I love it. Give it like a 9 out of 10 just because it's late. But other than that, it really will help over the next few years with both EHB and XP for us nerds. Get to be less underrated. Both Solus and Hexis, I guess, will be. Plus like the 2 people in Requiem. They're pretty good too.
I have to give it a 6 just because it took them so long to nerf it, and it didn't really feel like there was like a drawn-out thought process on their part for deciding to nerf it. So I feel like they could have came to this conclusion a long-ass time ago. But you know, guess I'm glad it's gone.
I'm relatively happy with the nerf. The fact that it did take them too long, a lot of people complain about, but I still think better late than never. People arguing that the damage is already done. Well, more damage could have been done if it was left in longer. I'm conflicted as to whether I like the precedent it's set. The data warehouse is now in game, and apparently other stuff has popped up on the radar that might be needing a nerf that I hold very dearly to my heart, like 80k magic seeds.
I'll probably give it a 7 out of 10. I said before, it took them a while before they did anything about it at all. But I think it's a good thing that they eventually did it. But there were so many people who got to abuse it, I guess, and take advantage of what was in the game for like almost 2 years. But yeah, 6 out of 10. 7.
6 or 7?
7.
I gotta give it a 9. It's the only thing that could have made it a 10 is if it would have been done earlier. It's never too late to do what's best for the future of the game. It was such a shock, I think, for everyone when that happened. I think it was fantastic, and shit, I really just can't put into words how pleased I am with them. The only question I really have is what took them so long. Like, data warehouse, translate this in the game. Is data warehouse just a meme, or is it really a real thing? Anyone know?
A real thing as far as we know, yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's completely necessary to make these pretty obvious decisions.
Yeah, it's also an excuse for their lack of leadership too.
I agree.
The lack of balls.
I think if any of them actually played the game, they'd be able to understand the negative impact that it had overall. And shit, yeah, I don't know. I think the data warehouse is more of a meme than an actual thing. But 9 out of 10, great shit. Never too late to do what's best for the future of the game. God bless.
Yeah, I'll probably give it a 9 as well, to be honest. When I saw that live stream, it honestly felt like it was my birthday or Christmas or something, unboxing a decent present. I was just like, yes. But obviously it's a bit too late, but like everyone else said, it's better late than never. Like, I hope this game goes on for the next 5-10 years, so it should benefit the game a lot over that period of time. And hopefully they can just continue this good shit they're doing to the game, basically. Just not nice to see people get free skills and just not play the game. Not good. Now we can actually start developing some decent players in the game that work for their achievements, regardless of the people that already have abused the crap out of it. So it'll be interesting to see what happens over the next couple of years. Most definitely.
Alright then, next, or not next, but I saw a, saw a picture. It was, I think it was on Reddit, that's where someone linked me it, but it was of like Mod Matt K. It was like Ronan coming up to him saying, you got the, is it like the stats on the data warehouse? And he was like, hold on 1 minute, and then it was him on a computer screen getting like 99 attack, strength, defense, hit points, shit like that.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
He got it all, and then he was like, alright, data's in, we need to nerf it. That shit was real funny. But alright, moving on. Another big thing that happened in the 3 weeks we were gone was sailing. Sailing was polled and it failed. Got 67% of the vote, which is 11% more than Artisan had. And it's I don't know. Ronan and John said that it won't be repolled, but I pointed out in a tweet like 4 days after John said it's not going to be repolled, he said, we have not heard the last of sailing. So that's a lot of inconsistency there. The question is, what did you guys vote for on sailing? Do you want to see it repolled? And what are your thoughts on everything pertaining to sailing at this point?
Well, basically, I voted no for it because I felt like the whole situation was so rushed, and I felt that if you're going to implement something as big as a whole new skill into the game, you need to take a lot of time and ease us into it rather than just shoving it down our throats over the period of a month or two. I just think the whole situation just got people worried about what could possibly happen. There wasn't enough information given to us about it, and that's why personally I voted no. But I honestly think they will repoll it eventually. I really think they're talking out their arse. But I would be happy for it to be in a repoll if they gave us some good information surrounding it, like a lot more detailed, and then tweak a few things, especially like the whole farming ship situation, blah blah blah. Even though they said that wasn't going to be a thing, it still would have ended out like that by the way they were going with it. But I'm more happy to see a new skill in the game, but it's just not quite the right time for it yet. So,
well, I voted no as well, and I don't want to see it repolled because I don't think old school wants a new skill or needs a new skill. Not to copy Trickool, but like there is an old school feel to playing this game instead of just a live game, which is always updated weekly. And that's pretty much all my thoughts at this point on sailing.
I think there were a lot of good things on sailing. When I am just praying that when he said we've not heard the last of sailing, what he means by that is that they're going to be pulling things that were included in sailing that did not pass. Perhaps something like that new best in slot gem that could be cut into like best in slot mage, best in slot range, best in slot melee. I think something like that may possibly happen. That's what I guess that's the way I'm looking at it. Hopefully that's what they do. But I did not vote, abstain from it. Would have been okay if it came, would have been okay if it failed. Now that I see that it has failed though, I guess looking at it in hindsight, I'm kind of happy at this point. I think they definitely needed to give out more information about the skill. I would be shocked if this motherfucker did not get repolled though. Regardless what Ronan and John have said, I still believe that there will definitely be a vote on it. It's 67% is quite a lot of people voting yes to it, especially on the first poll. I think if they took some feedback, tweaked it accordingly to the feedback that they get, that motherfucker could push 72, 73%, and it could really be close to passing. I agree with John in that I don't think we've seen the last of sailing, but to what extent will be determined. The whole skill or just the bits and pieces that were part of the dev blog.
I'm quite happy it did fail. The main reason being not because it ruined the old school feel, but just how rushed it all felt. It was sprung out of nowhere onto us with little to no vital information with it. Very vague. Only one stream talking about it, and I don't even think that lasted 40 minutes. For a new skill, the proposal itself was just vague and half-assed, and I'm surprised it got as much as it did, because when I opened up the poll, I was like, cool, but what am I voting for? They've not told me in enough detail what I'm voting for something that's such a, well, what they bigged up to be such a huge thing, to not only be turned around in 4 months by a team of like 7 people, but with concepts that just either don't float well with me, or just I haven't got enough information to say, oh yeah, it's cool. No, it's not because of this, this, and this, because I haven't given the information about it. Matt K said on Twitter that he wanted feedback, and I saw a load of people giving him feedback, and whether he was taking note or what, but he didn't seem to engage. He didn't, when someone said it was this, he didn't ask why it was this from his point of view. He just sort of
He's only taking feedback from the Twitter community.
That as well.
Which is, and they never, and that's the problem, is they never did that survey. Remember that survey they were going to do?
I thought they did it, didn't they?
No, they never did an in-game survey for the polling booth, which would have been a much better way to get feedback, because it hits everybody who plays, not just everybody who uses Twitter, like Matt K was doing. Like, they were going to do that survey to get feedback and then, tweak it a bit. I think 68% was enough to justify doing that. But I guess they're just going to wait until next year to bring it back.
Yeah,
the community stream said that they will bring it back eventually.
I mean, I totally agree with it being justified to get some feedback for a repo. I mean, fuck, Artisan had like 50% its first time, and they pulled it 3 fucking times. And that's what kind of makes me look at this as like they don't want sailing, or they don't want to repoll sailing anytime soon. So it makes me just kind of quite like wondering why they're kind of pushing it off. But what would you guys have done? Both Trickool and Trance, both you guys are kind of criticizing Matt K taking feedback. What would you have done if you were in his place for collecting feedback?
Done the in-game survey like I said they were going to do. They never did it. They were going to do it before they polled it first. But then they didn't even do it after it failed to get more feedback. So, if you want unbiased feedback, which getting feedback just from Twitter is biased. You're only hitting the Twitter community. So.
It's like me using anything other than just in-game polls. Surveys rather. I think if they did a survey, it would collect a lot more information. They could improve it and tweak it, and yes, we wouldn't hear the last of sailing. The way that John was saying you haven't heard the last of it just reminded me of like a villain, and it made me think that it was going to try and strong. It's like you haven't heard the last of sailing. It made me think they were going to try and pull some shit like they did with bombs and try and strong arm it in with something. So
come back stronger.
If they don't want it to be, if they don't want this to be the last we've heard of it, then they're going to have to listen to community feedback rather than just from quarantined sort of communities like Reddit and Twitter and everything. It's just use in-game polling booths to ask a survey of everybody, why they voted, what they could do, etc., etc. And I mean, I think it had potential to be all right, and I was on the fence for a lot of the dev blogs that they released about it, but just the whole vagueness of it, and it's just lazy. They're lazy in the, putting it together. They couldn't wait to poll it, and now when it comes to feedback, I think they're being lazy with that as well.
They were promoting it so hard. They were on Team Sailing. They were promoting it like Don King.
And I was on Team FK Sailing. Look what happens to the heretics.
For as long as you could.
As long as I could, I was a heretic.
You were forced off the team.
I think that shows well enough that they were all aboard fucking sailing.
That is bias.
Exactly. To ban my name.
That's like
but
taking
FK
down.
Construct didn't get his name force changed.
That's like taking down signs for people running for local offices. That's the same thing. Same thing.
It's just not good.
In the devlog that they had, like the final devlog on sailing, they said something like, when sailing passes, we will be doing this. You guys remember the wording that they used on it made it seem like they knew it was going to pass. And does someone know exactly what the words were? Because I know, Trickool, you said you were really annoyed by the words that they used and their precision of language really bugged you.
It wasn't ifs, it was whens. As if... It was all very sort of biased, as we've said, just in favour of it. And there was that thing, wasn't there, where they put in big bold letters what you could get from it, and then you just go, oh god. The
bold letter thing really grinds my gears. It said in all bold letters, lots of potential loot. And I mean, I tweeted them and I said I thought that was very unprofessional, and they said, oh, it's there for people who just want to skim through. You shouldn't be voting for
Vegeta had a really good response to that.
What did he say?
He said people who just skim through don't deserve the right to vote on it.
Oh, I absolutely agree. Wholeheartedly.
I'm right.
But
they should have a quiz you have to take before you vote.
I mean, I really wouldn't mind if you had to, when you had to vote, if you just had to scroll past the whole devlog before you vote. It's it's like when you're downloading iTunes or something. Terms and conditions. Make the terms and conditions and just makes them read. They don't even have to read through. But
terms and conditions.
They at least have to scroll through the motherfucker. Make some shit like that.
That would have made much of a difference.
Man.
So I feel like they're just doing it because they don't like being wrong. So they were just trying to push it because probably a good part of them thought it wasn't going to pass, so they just pushed it in every way possible by the way they worded everything, put it all out. As we've seen with Guffins and shit, it's just all... takes them a long time to get the balls to admit they're wrong about something.
I want to point out, I really liked the Q&A that John had with Ronan, where he was answering everything, and to me, it kind of seemed like John was more of a developer at that point than a QA tester. Any of you guys get the opportunity to watch that?
I watched it.
I watched it.
I thought John did a fine job on it.
Yeah, I did too. He seemed really passionate about it too.
Yeah. It was nice to see Ronan read out the questions. Fuck John. I've missed Ronan reading out the questions.
But no, I think John did a great job answering all those questions, and he really did seem like more of a developer than a tester. Alright, let's move on. They came out with a Skill Cape Perks dev blog 2 weeks ago, and we haven't heard anything from it since, but pretty much it's a little tweak to every single skill cape on here, and then possibly adding it onto the max cape. So my question is, you guys go through that all, what skill cape perks stick out to you the most? Which ones look to be the most OP? Which ones look to be the most useless? And for the max cape, it's they said there's a chance they would allow it to have all the perks simultaneously, or allow it to have one or two of them. What do you guys think about the whole thing?
the most OP one was the Slayer one, which didn't give you a free. At first, it was a free skip, and then someone said they should make it so you get to repeat a task every day, and that is really OP. Both of those things should be pretty OP. Other than that, everything's really slight. Most of the gathering skills just give you the +1 boost passively instead of you having to use the cape. Fine. It's very, very slight difference. You know, probably how it should have been anyways. I think most of the other ones, like teleport to the guild, like the attack, strength, defense ones are all teleport to the guild, I think.
Crafting as well.
Crafting, and I think hit points teleport to Jewel Arena, stuff like that.
No, hit points on axes if rapid heal is on.
Oh, rapid heal, right.
That's fucking OP.
No, it's not, because you need to use Arty Cloak.
Would you not use the thieving skill cape?
No, you need to use Arty Cloak.
What are you talking about?
Does a thieving cape work as Arty Cloak or something?
Didn't they say that gave 10% increased success?
It's a pickpocketing. No, just a pickpocketing.
But it works on the doors and plunder.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even wear the regen cape. You'd wear the Arty cape still, and just use regen and go bank as often, really. Yeah. I like it.
Just out of curiosity, what task would you double, Trance?
Smoke devils.
You would double the longest lossless task, which for me would be Abbey Demons because I don't use an alt, but for most people would be I don't know, maybe Blood Veiled or Fire Giants.
Nice.
I can't remember who. I'm just going to interrupt and can't remember who said it, but for a casual with the Slayer cape, that is fucking OP.
That was me. I'm taking credit.
Right, you can say it then if you want.
No, go ahead.
Well, if you're a casual and you play, say, 4 hours a day or something, you could use the Slayer cape to just keep repeating Cerberus or the Abyssal Sire or any of the other, big things like that, and just get constant repeats because it would reset before you could finish the task. And even for non-casual Slayers, it's still OP as fuck. I think the skip was fine.
I would consider doing Daily Slayer if they did.
Yeah.
Like I would just do it until I get the double task that I want, and then do it till tomorrow.
Double Abbey is the best thing to do.
For me, it is because I do rune crafting for money. But if you alt, then you should do like Fire Giants probably.
Or if you do Durox, you probably it would be Smoke Devils.
Huh?
For me, it would be Smoke Devils.
Oh, because you're already going to do Nightmare Zone.
Well, I believe I'm at the point where...
Or you've already done enough Nightmare Zone to where you don't need all the melee from Slayer or something?
Yeah, so I took Lynx's Slayer XP week. I think he had almost 4 ML XP or so. That was where he was barrage and everything and shit. And I took his ratio. I had to subtract out his Guthan's XP. But kind of use the ratios that he had. And from where I am currently at, 125 mil strength, I can get... So if I slayed it the same exact way that he was, getting the same exact melee range and magic to
You're not gonna
Slayer.
barrage.
I might. Hold on.
I'm not gonna let you barrage.
Why?
Not his mom.
Even if you have enough melee, it will still be worth it. But you don't have enough melee.
Well, if I finished off 200 mil strength, I'd be 2 mil XP short, slaying at the same ratio.
Why would you do that when you could just 5-tick fishing and it's more efficient AFKing?
No, fishing is not AFK.
I plan on wood cutting anyway. But shit, whose turn was it? Let Andrew talk. He needed to.
Alright, so my thoughts on the perks for all the skill capes, they're mostly useless, except obviously if all of them were in one cape, it'd be way too OP. I really like the Slayer one, like you said, Trance, be really OP if you're casual. I guess Randy, you said that?
Yeah.
Trickool said it and took Randy's credit for it.
the prayer one doesn't seem bad. If you're a casual too. If you don't want to get a fire cape, the prayer one would be a great alternative for PVM.
Yeah.
There's lots of useless ones in there mixed in too.
I wear a fucking ugly fishing cape for that sliding.
I think it seemed like a lot of the perks that the capes had were just things that other capes already had in the game, such as the agility cape getting the same stats or bonuses as the graceful cape, and the range cape working as the Avis accumulator. And there were also some just useless ones, like the herblore and fletching ones. But yeah, I think some of them might be pretty useful, such as the hunter one. You can just teleport right to the spots. But I think it will be a pretty cool update.
Oh shit, it's my turn. Yeah, I really feel that this is unnecessary for skill capes. I like the way they are already. But basically, I feel that the rune crafting one's completely pointless because nobody uses fucking tiaras anyway.
They changed
No,
it,
you would be able to use
They changed
full
it.
graceful.
Oh, okay.
Be able to use full graceful while doing lavas. It'd be worth it.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, I didn't know that.
I know you win because you have to wear the fucking cape. So it wouldn't do anything.
Oh shit.
I thought they
Save
changed it
you a
so it
tier.
was decreased chance of your pouch degrading, whatever that means.
That would be OP. I would not want that.
I just don't want to wear a fucking rune crafting cape. It's ugly.
Hey, rune crafting kit is beautiful. This is just a matter of opinion. I'm not even going to go there. But yeah, I like the hunter one, and the majority of them seem pretty useless. Slayer's OP as fuck. But yeah, I just really feel that it's unnecessary. Skill capes are fine the way they are, like I said at the start. I don't know, I'm just really indifferent about the whole situation, so I don't really have too much to say. I'd rather it just not come out just to save all this.
I remember, I think it was like one of the first, like last year, November, December, I said that they were going to be coming out with the max cape and then like a skill cape rejuvenation and 200 mil capes. Two of the three have come true. Still waiting on the 200 mil capes. But these skill cape rejuvenation here, I think some of them are alright, some of them are useless, some of them are OP as fuck. Kind of small things like the strength one, unlimited teleport to the Warriors Guild. Those are the kind of things that are alright. I do really like the prayer one, being able to act as a holy wrench. That shit to me is pretty nice. Magic, use spellbook swap once a day. That's not shit. The hit points one might be useful in some places. RC one could be overpowered. The construction one sucks. Agility one is it's just a cosmetic override. I'm alright with that. Herborn one, useless as fuck. Thieving one, again, just another.
Wait. Did you say magic was changed spellbooks?
Yeah, change cast spellbook swap once a day on the cape.
Oh, okay, I thought it was actually changed spellbooks. Okay, no, that's fine.
Let's see, the crafting one, unlimited teleports to the crafting guild. It has no purpose.
Wait, does it teleport you outside or inside? Because if it was inside, that could be potential move closest to bank, couldn't it?
For what, crafting guild?
Yeah, crafting guild's got a bank. If it teleported you inside the crafting guild,
I'm pretty sure there's already a teleport for the bracelet, and it teleports you at the door, so it's pretty far away from the bank.
yeah, but if
I mean, they put it in the same spot as a combat bracelet.
Ghost Nexus.
Well, I guess we'll see with that, but I guess I didn't even think about that one for a minute. Fletching one, search the cape for a knife. It's going to have a huge effect on the knife economy.
I wonder if you can cut fish that way if you always have a knife on you.
Man, the Slayer one though is really overpowered.
Search cape too thick fish method.
Yeah. Bring back
Possibly.
the operate option.
Never know.
As I did say, the Slayer one very overpowered. You know, I mean, it doesn't even. He said a casual playing 4 days. It doesn't even need to be 4 days. It could be someone who's playing 2 hours a day, just getting reassigned a Cerebus task over and over and over and over again.
Cerebus?
Yeah. Shit makes 2 mil an hour. And it's,
Cerberus.
I think that
When that comes out.
the Sire, like someone playing 2 hours a day can repeat.
Search cape for reindeer hat.
If only. Some arsehole came and started prancing on my spot today. I was about to kill someone.
Thanks. But I think the Slayer one was fine with a free skip a day. I don't think that one's overpowered. It's only 30 Slayer points. Being reassigned the same task that you just had is very overpowered. Daily Slayer, as Trance said.
You're right about that. Like, it's likely to pass a poll because this community is so heavily biased towards PBMing for a few hours a day. Like, it's perfect for them. They'll pass it with like 90% probably.
The Hunter one, I do agree with you. The Hunter one is pretty nice. 5 teleports per day to black or red shins. Hope you get to choose like the red shin one. I hope it like puts you next to the private hunting area. The mining one's kind of useless. You never not be mining with the Varrock Armor 3. Smithing one, I guess that helps for level 3 accounts. Being able to have goldsmith gaunts. So, and I guess the same then applies for cooking as well. Hey, the cooking one, I think a lot of people are really sleeping on how overpowered the cooking one is. Not being able to burn anything ever, like dark crabs. And dark crabs, there's a lot in the fucking game.
Wait, what? No, it's the cooking gauntlets, I thought.
No, it will prevent you from burning anything.
Wearing the cooking cape?
Yeah, you will not burn.
no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'm reading it right. I'm reading it right now, motherfucker.
I cannot believe
wait.
this.
Whoa. I am this. No, it has to be a typo, dude. It has to be Actus cooking gauntlets.
No.
Trance is in denial.
Currently, many items still can be burnt at 99 cooking. Cooking gauntlets prevents you from burning shark, but not dark crabs, sea turtles, and manta rays. We propose that the cooking cape would stop you from burning everything in the game.
The manta ray market and sea turtle market have just got fucked over.
Rest in peace.
It would actually have an effect, though. I mean, the reason dark crabs are shit for cooking is because burn so many of them.
Yeah,
Not that, I mean, you should do wines anyways. I'm just saying. Wait, when you burn Karambra, you actually burn them, right? You don't like fail them. And a Karambrans, so you have to be 99 anyways. I don't know. I don't know.
that's very fucking overpowered. And
Yeah, I thought it was Actus cooking gauntlets.
I was
what it should be.
I was surprised that none of you guys. I was surprised you guys failed to mention it. That's overpowered as fuck. Fire making act as a light source. That's useless. Woodcutting, increased chance of finding a bird's.
Oh, it's not useless.
I guess you would wear that if you did Dorgish Khan.
Nah, the mining helmet's cute.
Woodcutting, increasing the chance of finding a bird's nest. I wonder why they're not making that a permanent level boost to 100.
They must have changed this. I swear the woodcutting was permanent +1.
I'd rather see
Fishing.
I'd rather see the permanent +1 than the bird's nest.
I think they did alter some of them, yeah.
Yeah, because I remember attack and strength were the same thing, and now it's free access to Cyclops and Actus Ring of Life for defense. No defense isn't that bad. That's fine.
Then the 5% increased yield from her patches, and it said it would stack with other boosts. That to me, I think, is one of the more overpowered ones as well. I mean, there's only a few of them that to me I think are pretty balanced out. You know, like the Hunter one being able to teleport here and there, the cosmetic override for the disconnection there. Get it going, back into it. Where were you at, Trance?
I was gonna say the runecrafting one. They changed a lot of these, and the runecrafting one in particular. Like a lot of the skill in runecrafting right now is repairing early, repaired on your 9th lap instead of waiting until the 10th lap when it breaks, and that would just take that slight skill out of it, and I don't like that at all.
Yeah,
I definitely agree with that.
About the mining cape perk, would you need Varrock hard diarist for the effect to work? Do you think?
it doesn't appear
What?
so.
Oh.
But the smithing one, level 3s are gonna be able to bypass doing that quest for smithing and cooking for those gauntlets. So
Yeah, but you have to get 99, so who cares?
yeah, I mean that's acceptable. But spent a lot of fucking time on perks. Let's move on to the next one. Here we go. Can you guys briefly go over how some of the weaker members of the old school team could improve?
They all have areas to improve, but as I touched on earlier, definitely could use a leader, someone with stronger leadership, maybe an MBA, maybe an actual good degree. I'm not mocking Matt K because I don't know, but he just seems maybe less strong of a leader than they might have otherwise. Like, I'd rather have Mod Mark.
Free reach.
Hey, we need Reach back. Put Reach at the head of the fucking table.
Agreed.
Reach we trust. I don't know, I feel like you couldn't really improve because the weaker members, I'd say, is Archie and Ronan, in which you could do both their jobs with one person quite easily, which is just kind of a waste, but like Trickool said, they do try their best, and they could just do with still getting more developers, Q&As and shit, but it's quite hard to touch on what they could improve in as such. If that makes any sense. I don't know, it's quite hard for me to put into words, but
You were wrong and I was right. You should have listened to me. Chris Archie blocking me on his real life Twitter. Absolute.
And then favoriting the tweets about it.
That one was absolutely deserved. I did not deserve to be blocked when I questioned his promotion. I'm a jackass, very outspoken. I don't think I deserve to be blocked on that one. Weth, I was blocked. I sent him dozens of bots, like a list of bots. Back like last year when I was doing cooking, would see a whole bunch of safe bots, just collecting up all these lists, reporting them, reporting the players, and then writing them on a list, sending it in, and there was dozens, like 30, 40 plus. Sent it in, and I sent it to him a number of times. I think like 3 weeks after I sent it, not a single one had been banned. And I said, like, what the hell are you doing? I'm doing your job for you. Here are the names. And I got blocked for that. Ronan blocked me on my main Twitter account. Like, the last tweet that got me banned or blocked was when he PK'd an AGS or something. And he made a big deal about it. I quote tweeted it and I said, "It's nice to see someone on the old school team actually playing," and I gave him 2 thumbs up. That tweet got me blocked. I was not being sarcastic. They need to play more. And that one got me blocked. I was blocked by so many people that I made a alt Twitter account, and I was blocked by Ronan on my alt Twitter account, having never tweeted a single JMod on the account.
Aren't you blocked by OSRS, the official?
Oh yeah. I am also blocked by the official like old school RuneScape Twitter. I was blocked for that. I said 6 servers, and I tagged them in it. That was the tweet that got me blocked. Huge jackass, very outspoken, very narrow-minded. Completely deserving of all the blocks? I don't think so.
Regards to this question, how can some of them improve? Ronan could start by not being a douche and PKing our seers when he plays. The little bit he does.
Hey, it's the risk you take for the convenience of the Abyss. If you want to avoid him, just go on to the 361. I doubt it's got even 1k total.
Good point.
That's fired. Answer.
For me to answer the question is asked, how could the weaker members of the team improve? I think this doesn't go for just the weaker members, but I think this goes for all of them. I think they all need to play RuneScape on somewhat of a consistent basis in their own free time. I understand it's your job, and I understand that you're not getting paid for it to play it, but it's going to improve you. It's going to help you improve your job. I think it's very necessary, or it should be necessary for them to put time into the game, because like I mean I'm sitting here on my high horse. I'm just a jackass with a microphone who thinks I know more because I play more. There's a little bit to that. I do think I know quite a lot because of how fucking much I play, and I'm sure all of you guys are saying the same thing. I think that the more that they played, the smarter it would make them, and the more prepared it would make them for any future updates or anything like that. I don't know. I just think that overall it would just make them better quality mods. That goes from the top to Ash, who is as good as it gets, to, you know, I mean, it's some guy who's hired to make a 70-second video per week.
I think Kieran's got a lot of knowledge when it comes to the game.
I think he does as well.
Comp on RS3. I think he's pretty great.
But you know, go ahead.
I also appreciate how he takes notes during the Q&A as well.
Mod Ash is an example. Ash is an example of what Randy was saying. Like, he used to play a lot. He knows so much about the game. Like, on every Q&A, he'll know every detail. They all look at him if there's a hard question.
It's also got something to do that he's been there for 10 years and been writing the game since before a lot of people were born.
Right. But other people don't have the game knowledge they could get by playing or just being around the game more.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a fucking library up there. He knows it all.
I'm very surprised at John C, considering he's nearly maxed. I don't think his knowledge of the game is adequate for how much he's actually played.
I think so. I'll have to disagree with you there. I think he knows his shit. Can you provide any examples that make you say that? Or feel that way?
I'm just going to go and be ignorant and just say it with no back it up with. I was also really bored the other day. I was on the admin panel and was looking at all of his old posts on the Hexis offsite. Pretty interesting.
I mean, I remember those days when John was part of the clan. I remember him in TeamSpeak, like when he got hired, I think someone made the joke, like, John, is that you who got hired? And he was like, yeah. Like, what the fuck? And I don't know how many of you motherfucker, I know Razor, Andrew, Abyss, Trance, Trickool, you might have been the only one who may have been around, and you weren't even active in TeamSpeak at the time.
But I wasn't in the TeamSpeak, because I remember everyone speculating as to whether it was him or not. And someone who used TeamSpeak a lot confirmed it was him because of the sound of his voice.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember talking to him about that. But no, I think John knows an adequate amount. I've been very impressed with Kieran thus far. I think the only thing I had to say to him was, in the dev blog, I didn't like that they bolded things on sailing. But I mean, he even responded to me about that. But been very impressed by Kieran's professionalism and knowledge of the game and just everything thus far. I think he's done a great job.
He
But-
seems to
Agree.
love the game just like we do as players. Do you know what I mean? He actually cares about it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who's played the game and trimmed comp on RS3, I imagine it's a dream come true for him. So he takes it seriously and he enjoys what he does, and he's good at what he does. I really like him. I think a player who really does need to play the game is Ghost to get an actual feel for how things look.
Yep.
I don't want to rag him, but
Less is more in old school,
yeah.
especially graphics wise.
Yeah, I think that's something that really helped Alfred is that he actively plays, you know, it's Jesus Christ. Karaoke night, someone said, how was it? When can we see it again? It's karaoke night was a lot of fun. I had a handful of us on it. Fantastic fun. Had a lot of technical difficulties at the start of it, and lost like half of the viewers after like 10 minutes because like it took me like almost a half an hour to get everything set up. But karaoke night was a fuckload of fun. I think I sung like 10 songs or something like that, and it was a lot of fun. Trance was out there singing his fucking heart out. Anyone have the SoundCloud
I
link?
had my heart in my sleeve that whole stream, man.
We had I think everyone who participated in it had a fantastic time.
The incest father, George.
What? That distraction though.
I would
Carry on.
been in the works talking with Mrs. Randalicious about her coming on and doing a duet with me. I think we're looking at the song On the Run Part 2 by Jay-Z and Beyonce. That shit, oh, there's Jicky with the post in there. Need to for sure include that in the description for this video. But it was a lot of fun. Trance, I think, did a fantastic job because, like, there were some people who were singing and, like, we used, what was it, Tube together. It's, some people were just, like, a couple milliseconds off, so it sounded a little odd, but Trance's was, like, in sync and did a great job. I think everyone had a whole lot of fun. I'd like to do one next week.
I definitely want to be in that. So I missed the last one. I was gutted.
Yeah, I think it was either Trickool or Trance. One of you guys posted saying, "All right, you're gonna move it to a time where the Europeans can be in it," and
Hey.
like no, because like I think I had it at like
That
8.
was me, yeah.
It was like all the Europeans who complained that they wouldn't be on it are even gonna be on it when it's moved to a friendly time for them or something like that. What'd you say?
I said, now all the Europeans who complained about not being able to do karaoke are going to be able, can do karaoke. Fuck. Now all the Europeans who said that they couldn't do karaoke can be there and not do karaoke. Yeah, no one from Europe's going to try. I want Razor to sing. Razor, do you want to sing?
Razor and I can do some trance duets.
Yeah, I might be.
Razor's down.
You might. I want to see Jicky do some shit. That'd be a lot of
I
fun.
want Jicky to sing Nyan Cat for 5 minutes.
What
Oh
is
my
that?
God.
What is that?
Yeah.
You know Nyan Cat, don't you?
No.
Is that Czar's favourite song?
Oh god. Hey, yeah, Zar did a fucking fantastic job on it.
Hey, you got him like a girlfriend.
He said to me he was rehearsing before he did it.
That doesn't surprise me.
Hey, he's got a lot of balls to sing.
He's got heart. He's got heart.
Like, I would never say, like, English isn't his first language. He had a lot of, like, I wouldn't have sung another song in a different language. I mean, shout out to him. takes a lot of confidence or just not giving a fuck about fuck. But karaoke night was great. Expect to have one in the next 2 weeks for sure. Maybe we can set something up. I don't think karaoke would be long term successful, but maybe we could do one like once a month or something like that. A lot of fun for sure.
Yep.
But alright, moving on to the next question then. Fishing trawler outfit recently came out. What do you guys think about it? Does it look good? If you did do it, how long did it take for you to do it?
First of all, I think the fishing trawler minigame is flawed. The difficulty cap is set for like 10 people, and the cap for people actually getting on the boat is 2,000. So I think they should have made it so the actual cap of people on a boat is less, because literally you only need 10 people working, and everybody else can just AFK for 12 minutes. So it's not really much of a challenge. You don't really feel very accomplished once you get it. You're just like, oh, thank God, I don't have to come back here again. So like, even though it revived the minigame, like, okay, it's still a shit minigame. And it took me like 11 hours to get it. And the average is supposed to be like 6 or 7, so a little unlucky, but whatever.
I did not get the outfit. I have no plans on getting the outfit because I have no plans on doing any long-term fishing. But I think it looks pretty good. The whole hat switching aspect that it's added to fishing for snow fishing is kind of cool. But no, didn't do it. Have no plans on doing it. Trance, my question for you, you said it revived the minigame, but it's still flawed. What kind of... I know you said that you think it should cap out. Is there anything else you think that could be done to
I think it should give more
improve
experience. It should give more experience.
What kind of XP was it
40k an hour. I mean, no, right now it's like 8k an hour.
Oh, yikes.
1500 per lap, 12-minute laps, so it's like 7 to 8k an hour. Which is really low. It should be like 40k, but it should only be 40k if you actually have to do something, which you don't.
I think you should have like an activity timer.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
control requires a minimum of 50 points of damage done, and that.
They should just make multiple boats with 10 per people each, and then that way everybody has to do something.
Yeah, I like that idea. It was just ridiculous.
It's too late
Do
now.
whatever the fuck you want to it. I've got an outfit. I don't need to put in effort. I have great fun AFKing it for 12 minutes at a time.
I didn't do fishing trawler. I have no plans on going for 200 mil long term. Don't want to be playing RuneScape in my 30s. So there's many other skills I'd like to do that are also AFK other than fishing. Like I'd rather do woodcutting.
Fishing AFK?
Oh shit, I skipped me, my bad. That shit took me 14.8 hours to do. I did 74 boats. Fucking sucked.
Ouch.
It was just ridiculous. My friend comes in as well and gets the full set in 8 boats. I was pretty fucking salty at that point. But I'm happy. I would really like to do some post-99 fishing. But like Trance said, it would have been nice if we were forced to interact with the actual minigame itself. Because it just seemed a bit ridiculous. Stood there. Well, for me, it was 14 hours of just standing there and viewing and making darts. But it was just, yeah, it just wasn't fun. Which it could have been slightly more entertaining to do if we had to do something, but it's done now. I've got my fishing trawler outfit, can't complain.
How much money did you guys make from getting it?
Made just under $1 million.
Couple
Like
mil,
2
yeah.
mil, I think I made.
I dumped all mine like right after all the hype finished, basically, so it was all really cheap.
Oh, okay.
Everybody keeps saying I sound like Sick Nut. I literally sound nothing like him.
Matt?
Nah, I'm not bad.
I would be.
Alright, let's move it on though. Well, this should have been at the bottom, but what's next? do you like to eat to help you on your way as a professional RuneScaper?
I feel like I should make a video on this because I think I got it nailed down. All right, you got those, you know, those big cartons of goldfish.
I just heard him pick up that carton of goldfish.
30 ounces of goldfish right here, just like $5. That is an insane amount of calories per dollar. Like that is such a good deal.
It's the most cheaply efficient.
Yeah. Saltine crackers is the same deal. Granola bars are fantastic. I like 2 of those a day. Like they're so filling. I don't understand. They're only like 200 calories, but it feels like I ate a fucking meal. My only vice is cinnamon graham crackers. They're pretty unhealthy, but I really like them and they're pretty cheap as well. I eat cinnamon life.
Where the hell does your protein come in? Any meat?
Why do I need protein?
I was just wondering.
I walk like 10 feet a day, dude. So,
No veggies or fruit or anything?
No. I drink orange juice. I actually drink a lot of orange juice. I buy like 8 of these when I go to Walmart. They're 2 liters each, so good. Get like 4 32 things of water bottles, some orange juice, a little bit of soda. Soda's a pretty big vice of mine, but I'm trying to cut back on that. But I don't know. I'm not like overweight or anything. Like I've lost weight since like the beginning of the year.
Well, the picture we saw where your hair was longer than hell, you looked a bit chubby. What was up with that?
That was the resolution of that photo was.
Yeah, of course it was.
You're blaming the picture?
Yes.
Dude, you look fat with some nasty long hair.
No.
We all went through that.
You looked like a cousin of sick nerd.
Yeah, that sick nerd selfie. Yeah,
Whoa,
Trance.
that's a bit too
I've
far.
never been overweight.
Well, that picture seems to argue differently. People are asking for the link. I don't know where it is. Maybe Jicklum can find it.
No.
But
Can't find it.
the camera adds 10 pounds.
It does. I wear like 152 and I'm 6 foot tall.
Alright, Trickool.
No specific snacks. I just eat whatever mummy cooks me. Carrot sticks are good.
Oh, sour cream and chive dip with carrot sticks.
No, just carrot sticks on their own.
Ah, you gotta have the dip.
Matt found the fucking picture. Fantastic. What about you, Andrew?
Pre-made sandwiches and like granola bars. Really good.
Granola bars, yes.
Yeah, I'm not the same. I just
Virtual
eat
fist
junk.
bump.
Hey.
I eat a whole lot of fucking meat. Pretty sure I eat meat for like 90% of my meals.
Insert meme here.
Yeah, no, I said that on a stream the other day, and people were like, "Watch what you're saying," but pretty much I eat meat for pretty much every meal for the most part. It's shit, brats, burgers, hot dogs, lunch meats, fuck, you name it. I've ate that meat.
I eat all sorts because I look after my grandma sort of. So because I live with her, so I cook quite a bit. But I mainly just make things like pasta and that 'cause it's nice and simple. So I just leave it in the oven and let it do its job. But if I just want to sit here and nerd out for like 30 hours, I'll just go grab some Ginsters pasties. Like British people in the chat will know what I'm on about. Favorite one's the pulled pork slice, and I get some like all day breakfast sandwiches or purple cans of Rockstar. All the unhealthy shit. I've been gaining weight like crazy in the past 6 months, but the gains have been good in RS, so it's all okay.
How much do you? How much do you weigh?
When I know life, I lose weight. I don't. Like I probably eat like 1,000 calories a day.
What the fuck? I just put on weight constantly. It's fucking ridiculous.
When we had our when everyone in America did like 120-hour weeks back in January, I didn't gain any weight, but I ate a whole lot of fucking food that week just because I think that was the most amount of food. I don't know, it felt like the most amount of food I ever ate in a week just because I think that was the most I ever stayed up in a week. But for me, it's a lot of eating, not kind of opposite effect. Abyss, how much weight you put on in the last 6 months since you've been putting some on?
Oh god, about a stone. So I don't know what that translates to in pounds, but it's quite a bit.
The fuck is a stone?
It's 14 pounds.
And I'm only 5'7" and I weigh about 12.5 stone.
How much
So
is
I'm
that,
a short
Trickool?
ass motherfucker.
12.5.
Yeah.
175 pounds.
Yeah, 175 pounds, 5'7", so it's definitely not healthy.
I'm a little
I do
bit.
cycle a lot.
I'm a little bit taller and a little bit heavier.
I weigh 196 and 6'3".
You're 6'3". Holy shit.
All right.
Ambition is to be at ducking my head to get indoors.
That sounds annoying as hell.
That was a dream of mine one day. I've been 5'9" since I was 13 years old. I have not grown in the last 8 years. I towered over these fucking middle school motherfuckers. And then come graduation in high school, I was the shortest one.
Woe is me.
Unbelievable.
I'm 6'2", 420 pounds, of course.
Oh, you could have said AndreWiggins' height and weight. Is he 6'5", 210?
6'7".
Oh, my bad. All right. Moving on to the next question. Do you guys think Zulrah ruined Iron Man mode, or at least how much easier did it make maxing for an Iron Man? What do you guys think? Razor?
I think that in a way it's, if you were to make money on like a normal account, not an Iron Man, like instead of room crafting you would be doing Zulrah, then it would be basically doing the same thing as an Iron Man, like just doing Zulrah for supplies, or on a normal account it would be for money.
What?
No, what I'm saying is, like, it's not really. I don't like the idea of scaling supplies through killing the same boss over and over again, instead of actually training skills or doing something else to gather the supplies. And yeah, I think it kind of ruined Iron Man in the sense that you only do the same thing over and over for gathering supplies for multiple skills.
Well, the same would have been done for just wyverns. What?
Yeah, that as well.
I think it. I wouldn't say it ruined it, but it really probably saved thousands of hours for sure.
I just wanted to put in and say, on the previous podcast we were talking about how many hours Zulrah shaved off 200 all. Imagine how many hours it shaved off 99 or 1 Iron Man.
I mean,
if Wyverns weren't a thing as well.
well, I mean,
You have to mine your own pure essence and stuff.
you can even include wyverns. Like, the purest you get from them is not anywhere at this. Like, you get a lot less purest per hour doing wyverns than you would Zulrah. But
Still better than mining it, right?
Yeah, I mean,
No.
you literally get more pure essence per hour doing Zulrah than mining it, and on not even, and then you get all the extra stuff as well. So
Yeah.
But if you were killing wyverns, you'd be able to get more purest per hour from mining. I don't know. It's pretty crazy how big of an impact. I mean, look at I think Leslie. I think someone said he's going to be maxing within the week. I haven't looked, so I'm just taking that guy's word for it.
Sounds right.
Leslie is maxing in a week. That means he will have maxed on an Iron Man all 99s within a year. Do you know how we had 3 on the release of RuneScape when there was 70,000 people online at a time? We only had 3 people get all 99s in the first year of RuneScape. And that was with no trade restrictions. That was with none of that bullshit. So I think the fact that he's able to max within a year both should be celebrated because that's a phenomenal achievement. But I think it really speaks volumes as to how much easier the game has gotten over time and how Zulrah made it that much easier. Trance. Yup. Fuck 'em. Go, Andrew.
All right. RuneScape isn't only about skilling, although I know we're a skilling clan. So I kind of like it, how you have to PVM to max. It makes sense. Like, Leslie probably spent 3 months PVMing and then was efficient like Jebrim, and no life, obviously, like Jebrim. And then it's a huge achievement to do it in a year. Probably equal to Jebrim. That's it.
I feel that it's just impacted like farming and rune crafting way too much for an Iron Man. It's like devalued the achievements a lot. It's still a very respectable achievement because camping Zulrah is not fun, and for that extent as well that you need to do 99 farming and rune crafting. But it's just still like, if you put it into perspective how long it would take them to get all the magic seeds or U seeds or whatever they want to do without Zulrah, it would take a long ass fucking time.
Well, Ed started that, didn't he? And he was in Master Farmers.
Like, you think when X was doing it,
and got to like 86 in how many months of training it?
Yeah, dude, it's flipping crazy. Like, and then with Etsk at the start, because obviously he was going for 99 money on his Iron Man, and he stopped doing it. But the way Etsk was doing it probably would have been the best way to do it if it wasn't for Zulrah.
Yeah, it was.
And that was taking him a long ass fucking time. He was doing it quick for what it was, but in comparison to what it is with Zulrah, it'd take a lot of time. Because I swear Ledador said that he could get enough magic seeds every day from Zulrah to keep up his farm runs.
Yeah, Aloe, who's one of the top-ranked Iron Man, just said that you get all the seeds for 99 farming at around 3,000 Zulrah kills.
Well, when Ledador was on it last time, he was talking about how he still keeps up farm runs because he just got leftover seeds for the additional Zulrah he had to do for his other stats.
Yeah. But I think we all agree it's definitely made it a lot easier.
Yeah, regardless, the achievement's still very, very fucking respectable. And congrats to Ledador and what's his face for fucking getting this far.
Leslie. Give him the respect he deserves.
Sorry, I'm just tired as hell.
Did Leslie finish? No?
Finish, or did he finish?
No, finish as in Swami.
I don't know.
Because the top, well, excluding him, out of the top 4 players, 3 of them are finished. Oh, that's pretty funny. You got Nico, who's a no-lifer, who was like 12th to max on this. Iron, Osiris, and Ledador.
Alright. Moving on to the next one. So, within the last week, Archie and Matt K both promoted on their Twitters a stream. In that stream, there were people who were account sharing on it. I saw Archie tweet about it, and I asked him, why are you promoting a stream with account sharing in it? And he blocked me for that tweet. Matt K said on Reddit months ago, no one's been banned for account sharing, but they they say that you shouldn't do it. What are your guys' thoughts on the whole situation? Razor?
I think they should have looked into more what exactly they were doing in the stream and not just looking at the stream title or
No, like,
whatever they did. Well,
he acknowledged by saying they are doing this in one stream.
so he knew that they were account sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he didn't know. I don't see why he would advertise a stream that is basically doing something that they don't really approve of. That just makes no sense, and yeah.
Yeah, I personally haven't heard too much about the situation. I haven't really got involved now. I've just started getting into all this, but from the outside of it, from a third party point of view, it just seems fucking ridiculous. It's just like, you shouldn't be promoting shit like that without knowing what you're promoting. If you are going to promote something, at least look into it properly before you start chucking it out there.
They knew what they were promoting.
So it's almost like they're trying to ease us into condoning
They're
account
endorsing
sharing.
account sharing is what they're doing.
Didn't they say something recently as well about account sharing, that it's hard for them to actually stop us from doing it or something? I don't know. I heard something.
If you log in from the same computer, I think it's almost impossible to track.
Yeah, because you're on the same IP, same whatever, do you know? But they should be trying to enforce things like that because it just gives a huge advantage to other players, and it's just not fair. Ults is one thing, Zulrah and all this shit's another thing, but account sharing, that should just not be allowed under any circumstance.
I will say that it would be very hard to enforce, and in a situation like this, like when I stream, I have a lot of people who occasionally say, like, do you think Lynx is account sharing? And tell him every time, no, he just plays a lot. But let's say in a different universe where Lynx would be account sharing, it would pretty much be impossible to prove. I mean, see homepage. So I think that would cause kind of problems where, like, people would then kind of be witch hunting for trying to get people banned for something like that. I think there's a huge difference, as Matt said, there's a huge difference between enforcing it, promoting it, and advertising it. But I'll let you go, Andrew. Go ahead.
I don't know much about this particular situation, but in general, my thoughts on account sharing are, it's bad for everyone, but especially for people competing, like all the top pages for all the skills and overall, all the max players, and even say the top 500, like you shouldn't be able to compete when you're account sharing. But if you're, I don't know, no one should be able to do it then. I can't be biased and say only if you're competing. It's just bad across the board, is my opinion.
Yeah, people were saying it's not a big deal because he's not competing, but like, where do you draw the line? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, is it only considered competing if you're on top page? Is it only considered competing if you're maxed, or what? So I think instead of just drawing some arbitrary line, they should make a stand and say, cannot account share.
You're right. But they should look into the top page accounts even more. Like, it's, why not? Just extra.
We shouldn't have priority. It should be E for everybody.
But then it'd be easier to get away with, like, being top page and account sharing if there wasn't extra security or whatever.
I don't think there's
Then you
anyone
just
to worry
wouldn't
about
max.
on the page. Yeah, there shouldn't be any discrimination among different communities. Everyone is equal. Everyone should suffer the same consequences.
That's profiling. That is profiling. All right.
They just said
I'm
that
not
as
going to
well.
stand
If you are
by.
caught account sharing, and on the off chance they do something, you get a mute. What the fuck is a mute gonna do? You can't promote like to other people that you're sharing your account or something. What the fuck's it supposed to do? In my books, I think account sharing, any form of account sharing, should just be a permanent ban, 100% of the time.
I think we need to be realistic as to what they can and cannot enforce, though. I mean, if you got, I'll just take the case of the promotional tweet. That would be otherwise that would be impossible to enforce. Only like the only way you'd be able to know that something that was happening was if you saw a face cam stream of what was going on. I guess you have to be a little bit realistic with what they can and cannot enforce, but I think the only thing that would make it easy for them is perhaps if you have one guy who's playing, who lives in Florida, and then you have another guy who's playing on the other side of the world in Sweden. You know, that's pretty fucking easy. You can see that that is account sharing, but I mean, if it's being done on the same computer, you're not. It's impossible to tell. You can't really, like, it's impossible to enforce for many situations like that.
Ooh.
See, I think that there is a huge problem in promoting it. I don't give a shit that the people were account sharing. I don't give a fuck about any of that. I just think it's unprofessional as fuck for the mods to promote it, knowingly promote it, I should say. They knew the account sharing was going on, and they promoted it. For me, that's a huge what the fuck is going on moment. Again, I don't give a shit that the people were account sharing, or that people are account sharing on shitty accounts. Or it's just, it should not be promoted. I'm not saying my shit should be promoted, but definitely not any account sharing. Let's move on to a brighter topic here. Skilling pets. They're passing. They're coming into the game. Will you guys go out of your way to try and get one?
First of all, I want to disagree with your statement. This is a brighter topic.
Agreed.
I voted no. I think they're kind of lame. Just, you would already get the the thing with bosses is a lot of people go out of their way to get boss pets. You don't have to go out of your way to get skilling pets because it's something you'd already do. You know, like boss pets brings life to bosses like Cowfight Queen and Dagonauth Kings, which are pretty shit bosses for GP. People do them because the pets are pretty sick, but like people already train woodcutting to train woodcutting, so.
If they release a boss pets, the quarry is just going to be full up. You're not going to be able to mine.
Good joke.
The truth.
I am personally not gonna go out of my way to get any pets. And I don't think anyone who is.
They only have them for the gathering skills, Raider, so you won't need to worry about them.
Yeah. I don't think anyone who's going for like all pets or something is gonna go out of their way to get them either. Because, well, obviously people who are going for them do it because they like PVM and they wanna go for the pets, and I don't think it's gonna bring more people to do different gathering skills or any skills at all just because of the pets and because of how long it could potentially take to get one. Doing something that they probably wouldn't enjoy. I don't really see the point, but I don't really mind it being in the game.
I'm alright with it. I'd say the one critique that I have is I think the fishing pet is stupid as hell. It's a herring, or it's either a heron or a herring. I don't know. One of them's a fish. One of them's a fish. One of them's a fucking bird. I don't like this bird ass shit.
The big bird that eats fish.
Is it gonna be a grown up fucking chompy bird? What the fuck? Like, I think I'll eventually.
They have the perfect opportunity to just have like a Magikarp-esque thing flopping about after you, which would just be the best thing ever. And instead they make it a bird.
Well, I mean, they do have the Kraken, which is a water-based thing, so I don't know why they couldn't really.
Just want like a salmon or something that's the most
looping salmon just
retarded-looking
flopping
thing in the
around.
world.
A reindeer. A reindeer.
Flopping- No. No.
That reindeer. Yeah.
What does a reindeer have to do with fishing?
Bug abuse.
Everything.
It's I don't know. I think I'll end up. I'm not gonna go out of my way to get any of them, but I will wind up with a woodcutting one just for when I've been doing some homework. Been doing a decent amount of woodcutting per week. Last, I think 2 or 3 weeks or so. It's been all right. So probably just end up getting one. When I get one, I'll probably just say, "Oh, I've got the pet." All right. I'm not really gonna give a shit, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm feeling about the same with it, to be honest. Like, if I get one just from skilling, it's probably just going to sit in my bank and never see the light of day again, just like my Sarah pet. But each their own, I guess. If it makes other people happy, there's too many pets in the game. But the community want it, so.
Do you think Petscape has been taken, for all you guys, do you guys think Petscape has been taken too far?
Yes.
Yeah, with
Yes.
skilling pets, most definitely.
Considering where it came from a poll that failed the first time around.
It might have failed twice, but it definitely failed the first time.
Well, they're even trying to fucking shoehorn a pet into an event, weren't they?
I think they might be for the Halloween event.
I think that's failing at the moment.
I didn't even look. Oh, actually, this is. I know that this is not included on the podcast here, so I'm gonna say it while I remember. So, Big Mo, classified as
It's already in.
false alarm, boy. False alarm, boys. All right.
False alarm.
Andrew, what's your take on skill and pets?
I'm very indifferent. They're not related to the skill I'm currently doing, so. And then, would runecrafting have one?
No, just woodcutting, fishing, mining, and hunter.
So then it'd be irrelevant to me.
A baby golem, a chinchampa, a beaver, and a fucking bird.
So I'm going to be doing Slayer for the next year, and then I'm going to RC after that.
Wouldn't it make sense to put? Sorry.
If no one else is going for 200 mil on both those, I'll probably do it. But if someone else wants it, I probably won't.
Wouldn't it make more sense to put the bird in the tree and the beaver in the water?
Well, the beaver.
Am I missing something?
Well-
Am I missing something?
There.
Beavers cut down trees, herons fish.
Yeah, but they cut down trees in the water. Put them in the water.
But they still cut down trees.
Why can't it just be the teak tree pet?
I wish I had
This
some
all
floating
started
teak
from
logs.
Me, honestly, this all comes back
Oh,
to me, right?
stop bragging. We're all
This is
thinking
my
of teak pet.
this is my PDC idea, like 8 months ago. All of you remember. All of you remember. Don't act like you don't remember the teak tree pet.
With a teak tree with googly eyes.
It was my baby, and I will not rest
in animation swaying.
I will not
about
rest
four
until the
feet.
teak tree pet's in the game.
What's the poll at right now, percentage-wise?
It was at like 88.
Yeah,
I thought it was nearly 90%.
quite a bit.
Yeah. Alright, let's moving on to the next one. This is the player Zod, who, to my understanding, is a maxed level 3 skiller. He asked Foot, he said, are any records on Crystal Math Labs, like Lord Speed's Agility Day and multiple thieving records, ever likely to be removed? He says, if someone gets, over what is physically possible or has, like, all this pre-logged XP, would it be removed? Foot said, they're legit records, why would they be removed? So the question then is, what do you think about Foot's stance on this? Do you think that they are legit records, given that they have taken days or even weeks of pre-logging XP, or even abusing a bug? Do you think those kind of records should be removed?
Don't you fucking grunt at me, you fucking Fisher.
I don't like to abuse bugs, you know me.
Razor, what do you think?
I don't think they should be removed. I don't see really why they should be removed. I guess there's no way to really actually I don't know. I don't think they should be removed.
Yeah, I feel the same. I don't think they should be removed because regardless, these guys have sat there and spent hours, days, weeks doing this, which anybody else could do, but it's just they decided not to because they would rather be efficient in that skill, which is understandable. And all it is perspective as well. Like, I would personally see the second player on the agility record as being legit, blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean? It's just... I feel there's no need to remove it. They spent a lot of time into it and they deserve it, so... Yeah, that's what I have to say about it, really.
I definitely agree with what Foot said. I mean, Lord Speed's Agility Day, for example, I think it took him over 1,000 hours of Brimhaven to bank the tickets for that day. So he, he's right to it. I think Experience holds the thieving one. He did that with the what's it called? Squirks, yeah. Yeah, that's fine as well. He'd be effort into do it. The only pet peeve I have with CML is the people who, like Elvis99, who have like stored not stored, but the high scores don't update and they can fit extra hours into a record, whether it be a 5-minute or a day. That really grinds my gears.
Hey.
I hate seeing records like that. You see like 5 minutes and everything just cluttered with these records. They're all fake and they're all like 12 hours instead of 6. I know Foot hates them as well. Describe them as the cancer of CML, in fact. On multiple occasions. They're the only thing I have I hate a lot, but stored XP, whatever. Put the effort in, you deserve your little spot, I guess. It'd be pretty funny for someone to beat Speeds by doing more hours of tickets than him.
Start up and all.
I might have to.
Name it fuck Speed.
No, because it'll get force changed.
As long as there's not a skill coming out named Speed, I think you'll be okay.
It would have been funnier if I still had the name Chubby Ronan. I regret that.
I wonder what he would have done then.
I think he would have forced
cried.
it.
Might have muted you or something.
Okay. My take on this, I don't think that they should be removed. The thing that I want to pick at for Foot is saying that they're legit records. They're not legit, but I don't think they should be removed. It's really my only take on it.
Yeah, I completely agree there. I don't think they should be removed. I think, it's nice to see the difference between legit record and the ticket when you go to the agility page. Because it's pretty obvious that something vastly different about Speed's Day compared to Ging's. But I don't really think they're that legit. I mean, you have to go out of your way to keep the tickets,
Yeah. So I'm not gonna. Go ahead.
Yeah. I was just saying, it's different from technically starting at the end of the agility course when you're doing an agility record is stored XP because you complete the first lap in 1/10 of the time or whatever. But that's still I don't know. Where do you draw the line?
Your record there. You start it at the end of Dog. Claim the XP for returning the cog power box.
Yeah, I mean that's stored XP, but it's not. I guess obviously not a big deal.
I don't know.
I think dog's like 1k or something.
I think it's 1500.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. Some in the chest. There doesn't need to be a filter or anything. They don't need to be removed. I just don't like that he said they're legit. That's my only take on it. Alright, so here, also, I failed to announce this at the beginning. People who submit topics for the podcast get entered into a drawing, and I pick from that, and the winner gets a week of OS Buddy Pro. This question was submitted by the winner. It's by Dalton RS on Twitter. I will tweet you after we're finished doing this with your 1 week of OS Buddy Pro. Thank you for the submission. But question.
Congratulations.
Woo!
You guys are applauding that, but not the fucking 6-hour nerf. But alright. He says, do you think there will be more skilling outfits? RS3 has outfits for like every skill. And then I added on to this saying, what skill outfit do you think they would most likely come out with next? Hunter and Agility do kind of seem like strong candidates with graceful and hunting outfits in the game.
Okay.
I think no, I got it. I think they definitely come out with some. I'd like to see the shark outfit from RS3.
We've already got a fishing outfit. Thank you very much.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude! You fucking. The first time I saw it, Alkin was showing me that, and I had to like get up and walk away from my computer. I didn't know what the fuck I was looking at.
Have you seen waterfall fishing?
No, what is that?
That's a fucking mess. That's like near enough 100% AFK with bonus like 720 XP per fish.
Oh.
That's a Trance.
See my tweet?
Yeah, that's where I got it from. That's ridiculous.
I would like to see something done to the hunting outfits. What? Well,
Wishful thinking.
I mean, the hunting
It don't
outfit.
even fucking works as it is.
Yeah, that's why. Like they serve no purpose. If they maybe made those provide, I don't know what the fuck you would come out with to make it like a mini game, a quest, whatever the fuck you want to do, but something to where
If they're going to do anything, Big Chin Chomper would see the would seem the most sort of realistic, but that's going into daily scape, and that's awful.
But I'd be okay if they came out with like a hunting, like pretty much just make any of the hunters.
Bureau, haven't they?
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe redeem however many of these implings for like an upgraded hunter set. Is 2.5% bonus. That would make things a little interesting then, because like, would you be hunting black chins in that? Would you not, or would you just stick?
Depending on how long it took to get.
Or would you just?
I really think adding these outfits to every single skill
I
is
hate
really
it.
bad. Yeah. Like I really want them to stop doing it. I think they said a couple weeks ago they were thinking about doing a thieving one from the Rogue's Den, which might not even be worth it. I don't know how long it takes to get the Rogue's Den outfit, but it wouldn't save that much time getting 2 thieving, and you'd have to not wear the Serpentine helm. So, yeah.
Well, you
But
could
I
still
really
you
want
could
them-
still wear the other pieces of it. You just wouldn't get the full.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, but it
Yeah,
really
you'd have
is
to do
worth
hat
it.
switches.
Because like 2.5% on a 300 hours, no, 800 hour skill, 700 hour skill thieving.
Yeah.
That saves you like 20 hours less.
Saves time.
Saves
That's
you
all
like
that
15
matters.
hours,
Well-
something like that.
From Temple Trekking, which is the same place you get Lumberjack, they had the construction outfit from that as well. It was redeemable with tickets that you got from the mini game. I don't know how much that would save you on construction, because then it's like 300 hours or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, I think it's just really annoying, and I don't think it's
I
in the
hate
old
it.
school feel to go around getting all these outfits. I know Lumberjack was in old school, but release an outfit for every single skill just because there was lumberjack in the game. I don't think that's enough.
I'm torn as to whether I love or hate the way that Prospector was done as well. I don't like how it was set, but at the same time, it's more convenient. Like all the other ones, so fishing and woodcutting were both randomized from how you could get them. That one was like a set amount of hours, a set amount of time, and for a period, you could fucking buy it with gold. Which is very silly. 2.5% increase. My biggest thing I have with them is not only just the thingy though, the increase is just how ugly they look. I don't want to stare at it for thousands of hours doing a skill.
I really love how the lumberjack looks. I think lumberjack looks beautiful.
The lumberjack hat makes you look like you are suffering from quite severe cancer.
But I don't know. But do you think they'll come out with any more?
Time.
Yeah, probably.
Revive the fishing trawler minigame for a week. If that.
What did Larupia do, like, when it actually worked pre-OC? Did it just make it better to hunt red chins in jungle area? Like, you had more success rate?
Which was increased. Like, catch rate, I think it increased the catch rate ever so slightly if you're wearing the respective camo for that environment.
No, I wouldn't see, like, if they could actually fix that. Like, if they were going to do anything like that, be a bit better than...
I remember Ash said if they fixed it once, but what happened was they made the Rupria made it so you were more likely to catch, but it also made it so that if you were standing near your trap, you were less likely to catch. And Ash said that.
Oh, that's just so Jagex.
that he couldn't make the Rupia work without making it less likely to catch a chin when you're standing next to your trap. So it would actually hurt Hunter XP if they tried to do it.
My thoughts on this, it's pretty well balanced as is, because there's 3 outfits right now. They're all for gathering skills, and they're 3 of the slower skills in general. So it didn't affect them too much. 2.5%, not a big deal.
It affects them the most. It affects them the most. You save the most hours for the slow skills.
You save the most hours on the long skills.
You say 50 hours from woodcutting. How many hours is it from fishing, Trickool?
I guess
80 with hot switches.
What method?
Snow. It doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah.
Like 80 hours. Oh, yeah,
your rate matters how many hours you save.
80 EHP, not 80 hours then. Whatever the EHP is. I don't even know it. It's 100k.
Yeah, I felt the same about, like, with Andrew. It's just... I don't know, it's just... I think there's plenty in the game as it is, and then if any new stuff comes out, it's just going to start stacking with future updates, and it's going to get faster and faster and faster, and it's just inevitable. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, look at mining. You got to wear the Varrock plate. You got to wear the Prospector. You got to have your Desert Amy, and now you got the D-pick with the Smoldering Stone, and
it's all just scaling.
Just the old school feel is just gone from mining. I mean,
yeah.
The Desert Rogue Rune Pickaxe days are gone.
Oh, they were the days. They were the best days.
Yeah, I like Trickle's analogy.
Gotta get your camel shit.
I beg your pardon?
Gotta get your camel shit.
Oh, yeah. I've still got buckets of that in the bank.
I've still got buckets of camel dung. Of Dacky dung. Oh. They made it so one bucket recharges the whole thing now, didn't they?
No.
Yeah, no, if you put 1 bucket on the Camulet, it recharges the whole thing. Or you'd have to put each individual bucket on it.
Oh.
Alright, moving on. Holiday events are, like, the Halloween event is getting pulled right now, which is the epitome of a community event, which, I mean, they're pulling. Assholes like Big Mo were put into the game because they said it was a community event, but it had a huge impact on the game. What do you guys think about that whole situation?
I think the only reason why they didn't pull Big Mo was because they knew it wasn't gonna pass.
Well, then why would they force it into the game?
That's the point. If it's a community event, the community should want it.
The best part about community events is that the community often doesn't get to say as to whether they like it or not.
And the only reason it did Mo was because they knew people would come back to the game or log in every day to do it.
The same was said about Squeal of Fortune.
Exactly. You shouldn't have to do gimmicks to get people to play. You should make real content that actually gets people to play the game instead of doing this gimmicky shit that just makes the game easy.
Well, John C. said that can anyone remember off the top of the head how many clues were done in May, courtesy of Big Mo?
All I remember is Gambino lost like 100 mil.
It's gone back up though.
Yeah, still.
But like X amount of third age pieces came into the game for no, they weren't supposed to be there, courtesy of this quote unquote community event that no one wanted. Well, people did it, but they didn't, we didn't agree to it. We didn't ask for it, or we didn't, vote for it or anything.
Someone said there were 5 elite third age from Big Mo.
That's a lot, considering there was only
considering they were markets that at the time consisted of like three or four items at most. They were still very new markets. It was ages before we got our first cloak.
Yeah, it did take quite a while actually, didn't it?
I remember us complaining about that.
Oh yeah, we like to complain about a lot of things though. I'm surprised you keep track of them.
They should definitely poll shit like that though. Like you said, as it's a community event, everybody should have a say in what happens, regardless whether it's something in Jagex' mind as small as that, but...
I guess the same could be said about the rares, so for example, for Halloween you'll get 2 of every mask and 2 pumpkins, and people are going to say, oh, that's bringing shit into the game that shouldn't be there. Well, it's got no impact on the game's economy. No one's sitting there buying...
Dude, blue party hats are like 300k each. What the fuck you mean?
Hey?
Blue party hats are like 300k each.
But they're not fragile markets in the way that third age are. I just think that... Oh, I don't even know why they give you all that shit from the events. I think it should just give you a random chance at one of them, whether it be a cracker, or you could get a reindeer hat, maybe, if you were lucky, and the hats and scarf sets, if you're lucky, the marionette sets, maybe, rather than just giving all of them. Just get a random one. Especially considering I've got a reindeer hat, I think that'd be a lot more funny.
Apparently blue party hats are 600k each. My bad.
That's a good topic. Let's talk about that. They're supposed to be worthless items. Yeah, how do you... They're completely worthless. Is it because of that fucking, the monocle shit?
Did you see the spectacles, though? Yeah. They've gone from like 1.8 mil to 18 mil.
What? For some reason. Is that a meme?
Okay,
what the hell happened?
Why they work so much? Because only the blue party hat works with those.
That's
and if
silly.
they're worth 18 mil...
Every party hat.
Yeah, it should be. Or none.
Cool.
Or none, because party hats are supposed to be useless.
That's pretty crazy.
600k, I mean, you could go back in time.
It
would be efficient to do the holiday events. I mean, obviously, when the holiday events happen in December, they're going to crash like hell. But you do the event, you wait until November of the next year, and then you sell them.
And especially considering you can do it on a free-to-play account, and it takes about 5 minutes to do. Just keep doing it on free-to-play over and over and over.
Yeah,
over.
Established a new alt.
A new meta for alts that only works after 10 months of being made.
Alright, just so people don't say how horrible we are on prices, apparently the spectacles have gone down to 4 mil, and the party hats are 300k.
300k is still a lot for an item that was supposed to be completely useless.
Hyperboles were used.
Yeah. Anyone know why that went up? Was that a meme or something?
There has to be something affecting that. Like,
I think Spartan
They are
holds a lot of the market. I don't know
Oh,
if
does
he's
he?
got a big enough influence over it to do something about it.
I mean, for like the spectacles, why did they go from a mil
they ever
to?
18 mil? Maybe we were wrong about that.
They were 1.2 mil on July 15th. They were 11 mil on September 7th.
Oh, fucking hell. Who the fuck is
Yes.
paying 11 mil for a cosmetic?
No
I mean,
fucking
they're
idea.
just like a bill, so.
True.
Hmm.
It's absolutely ridiculous. So you can't even say like it's merch clans doing it because they couldn't push it to that extent, surely.
No way.
Really weird situation.
These community events are pretty scary, but I don't think it's been too bad. Clues are XP waste as is, and there's also better ways of making money while gaining XP, so it's not the end of the world.
I don't know. For me, I almost forgot. Like before before Big Mo, I honestly forgot that the holiday events were polled. I thought they just happened, but yeah, I think that it just doesn't make any sense. And that's I don't know how it can be justified as a community event. Or like it's almost saying like the Halloween event isn't a community event because we're polling it. Because they said we don't need to poll, or we're not gonna poll community events. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Does not make sense. But
Definitely quite strange.
yeah, here we go. What is your guilty, inefficient secret? As in something you regularly do that is inefficient that you feel bad about. Razor.
Right now I don't really have anything, but like about a year ago, I used to PK for maybe like an hour or two on the weekends. That's about it. And
Yeah, for me, it's forgetting Calquats way too often. I don't know why, but I forget my fucking Calquat trees so much, and it bugs the fuck out of me because obviously I'm going for 200 mil farming in the long run, and it is not good to miss your Calquat trees because that's some cheap ass XP I'm missing out on there. And another thing was not magic imbuing, but I've started to pick that up a lot recently. Like I've been trying to implement it into as many skills possible just because the nice XP gains, but definitely the Calquats for me. I am trying to work on it to stop missing it, but I just don't know why. It's like the easiest thing to remember. I have no problem on magic trees or farms, but it's a bit stupid, really.
What about you, Trance?
I guess red chins. I find them a lot. I don't know. I enjoy them a lot more than blacks. Yeah.
I'm gonna say right now I'll just go with wood cutting. It'll say 70 HP for me, but I think I did about 10 or 11 hours of wood cutting this week while doing homework, and like I was getting like 65 to 70k XP an hour wood cutting just because of how little attention I was paying to it. Inefficient, yeah, but it was giving some EHP. What I've kind of been doing lately, so let me jump back on my high horse here. To all the motherfuckers who said I've been doing some fuckery for my strength XP, my shit ain't changed since the update because I haven't changed. It's all been legit the whole time. But I have been woodcutting now a little bit while doing homework. So I guess I'll throw in Durak training while in class or at work. I don't think I feel bad about anything though. But
Well, I have lots of inefficiencies, mostly in my past, but still currently the way I'm slaying, it's not efficient at all if I was going for Tuna Mill. Basically going for Slayer only right now. By barraging Smoke Devils, mostly, and blocking at demons. Basically the opposite approach of Trance. In my past, I did a lot before I was in Hexis of like Monkfish, new trees, just classic noob shit.
I think you did some of that when you were still in Hexis.
Oh, lots of it, yeah. No, I would enjoy
I
the
saw you
TS
about
in
every
Hexis.
now and again, getting a new Slayer task, cutting your magic.
Well, hey, I picked that up from Lynx. You're supposed to learn from the best, hey? I actually do AFK on magic trees.
I don't know. I have no clue what mine is. I can't remember anything else I did in the past that was bad.
well then, all right. We'll move on to the next question if you don't got shit, Trickool.
Nah, I'm just perfectly efficient.
All right, so the next one we got is what are your top 3 best and worst updates to the game so far?
Best, I'll start with the good ones. For me, the best would be, I really like the achievement diaries, and I'm probably gonna get flamed for this, but I like some of the bonuses you get from it, like the Protect Magic Tree. I know it's OP, but I feel that it's nice to have, and just a couple of the other just simple things around the game, like shortcuts and noted Daggenoff bones and stuff. I just think it's a nice thing to have in general. It gives people a bit of a motivation to skill in the game. Like, even for the casual players of PVMer, they will go and do a bit of skilling here and there to get noted Dragon Bones or noted DK's Bones or whatever in the wildy, or shortcut to KQ. So I think that's quite a nice thing for the game. And another nice update, Graceful. I love Graceful.
Top 3.
Most definitely, I like Graceful. Well, Graceful / Stamina Pots as a whole, because they came out at the same time anyway, but I can't really think of a third that I'd love. But the bad ones is pretty generic. Zulrah, and then Nightmare Zone as a whole. Like, the whole thing.
Zulrah a bad thing?
I just don't like it. Just pumps too much shit into the game.
It
It's
doesn't
just
like Zulrah.
no. I just liked it being expensive before because it was just more of a.
Oh yeah, I often like paying extraordinary GP per XP for my farming XP as well. Like, every time I do a farm run, in fact, I just drop an extra mil on the floor because I feel bad for taking the extra the free XP.
But yeah, I just don't like how easy it is to make GP from Zora as well. Like, you're getting more than double nats per hour, and I still think double nats should be one of the best money makers. But yeah, and then Nightmare Zone as a whole, definitely, because even with the demon boosting and shit, it's still a lot faster than doing bandits or spiders if you were just to camp for melee XP or whatever.
Yeah, it is.
I would like to say, how have we gone 23 podcasts without this question?
Right.
This question?
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's a pretty huge question.
Can only take what's been asked.
Oh, and the other update I didn't like is G, believe it or not. I quite enjoyed using Zybez, which also sounds weird. But it is useful. I do enjoy the G to an extent, but
Do some
Even
more
though-
buyables and you'll sing a different tune.
Yeah.
oh, yeah, if I start doing like a lot higher XP in that. But yeah, that's pretty much my opinions on that. It's very, I don't know. I have a lot of weird opinions on things. I'm not a normal player, but
My favorite updates are GE, static spawns, and I'm not really sure what my third one would be. It's either all the Slayer updates or Zulrah.
Backwalking.
And my least favorite is Model of Mine.
Why?
Because it made mining easier and
Why
profitable.
don't you just say PDCs?
Oh,
Yeah.
PVC. Yeah,
why
fuck.
didn't you like Mudloaf Mine? Because it made it profitable and easy. The same applies for rooftop agility.
Top 3, maybe static spawns, back walking fix, and steep battle staff from God of War's dungeon.
Hmm.
Changes the meta for imbuing.
Definitely, that was one of my favorites.
Worst 3, I dislike black chins. I don't like being forced to go into that deep into the wilderness to train efficiently. I dislike the way the Zulrah and Wyvern drop tables were worked, and the whole Nightmare Zone, everything about Nightmare Zone I hate. Even if you take away the 6-houring, I still hate it. I think it's just really dumb. Even without the 6-houring, it's still really AFK, no risk, and you don't have to think about it. You don't have to. You're not for instance, so you're not really. It feels weird to play the game instance all the time. I think it would be really interesting to see how people would train melee without Nightmare Zone.
Alright, just because I saw someone say it, I want to grant their wish come true. So one of the worst updates was all the changes that allowed 6-hour methods to start happening. One of the best updates was the removal of that. Up there in the best updates, Sam, going with the GE, it's been fantastic. Zulrah has been both a top 3 best and top 3 worst update as well. I gotta also agree with the black chins. I'd rather them not. I'd rather the XP rates be just the shit. Completely agree with everything. I don't like that you gotta be forced to go into the wildy for it. And I'd be a lot happier hunting reds knowing that I'm getting the most XP per hour.
You still get EHP, don't you, if you imbue?
Yeah.
I mean, technically, yeah, but you can
You could re-imbue at a later time.
you while hunters to get 200 mil magic. So
Well, magic gets zero time anyway, so it doesn't matter.
yeah.
But G's been fantastic. Static spawn's fantastic. Also, another thing was the security buff that they added to where they, or I guess the removal of. Back in the day, you could enter in a pin twice, hop a world, and retry it. Fail it twice, hop a world, retry it, and keep doing that. Them making that so that could not be done anymore was one of the top 3 best updates to the game. That has made it to where really the only way you can get hacked is if they know your pin.
They have it in RS3. I know it's just kind of going off that. I wish it would require your pin to trade the first time you're trading on that account after logging in as well. So anything that is left in your invent can't sort of be drop traded or anything like that. I guess actually no, I could just kill them in the wilderness, couldn't you? Ignore me.
Yeah.
For me, static spawns, steam battle staff, and probably because I spent 2,600 hours there, rooftop agility, but then it's like the same thing that Randy says with Zulrah, it's in my it's also top 3 best, but top 3 worst, considering the effect that both PDCs had on agility and mining made them a lot easier, just profitable, easier, less click intensive, more AFK, etc., etc. Something I don't like is the hopping worlds without the delay that you used to get.
You wish there was a delay.
Maybe I wish there was a delay.
Why?
For reasons I'll probably get told off for mentioning on stream.
Oh, yeah.
The zone as a whole.
Okay. My top 3 are static spawns, of course, just made the game way more playable. The Grand Exchange, just the convenience factor. I'm not a mercher at all. Sell everything 5% under.
Whatever insta-sell is, you're selling.
Yeah, I'm not afraid to admit it. Go 10%. And the third one is definitely God War's Dungeon. It would be perfect if it was the best PVM money-making game. So that leads me into my three worst. Like Zulrah and Wyverns are two of them, and the Nightmare Zone and / 6 hour methods in general are the third. Without those three things, God Wars would be best in game for PVM, and then the game would be a lot healthier in the economy, at least.
All right, so next question we got is, now that 6 hour methods have been removed, what do you think is the shit that the mods like most need to address? Like, what is the most flawed shit that they need to kind of touch base on? I don't know. I think that the Zulrah drop table for sure. It's really, really flawed with how much it just poops into the game.
Yeah, I mean, apparently the same resource they use to decide to nerf 6 houring is going to be used to nerf Zulrah and Wyverns potentially. So hopefully that pans out and we'll hear something soon. Didn't seem to take them that long to figure out Zulrah needed a nerf. So I can't imagine it'll take them that much longer to figure out Zulrah needs a nerf. So get ready for it. Happen, I think.
Don't say that. Magic seeds are gonna go through the roof again. You actually got 200 mil bank, by the way, or were you joking?
Sorry?
Have you got 200 mil banked, or were you joking?
Maybe. No comment. I'm thankful.
No, that month of our
I'm thankful. Thanks for asking. All right. What about you, Trickool? Andrew, Abyss, what do you think needs to be addressed?
Skilling Cup.
The servers, right? That's the reason they went to the Skilling Cup, is because of the servers, apparently.
Yeah, the servers.
But like, I refuse to accept that as an excuse, because they said they weren't gonna finish off like the 10k PvP tourney until the servers got good. Servers obviously got good enough for them to do that with 10 grand on the fucking line. Certainly you can let these fucking nerds. Certainly you can let these nerds. Certainly you can let some nerds kill some shit and mine some shit.
This is about honor. Alright? This is worth more than any money they could throw at us. Okay?
I would tank the cup for $1 million.
Hey, Matt K.
DP?
Real life, motherfucker.
Oh,
No,
The
my.
title is all we
fucking shit.
need.
I'd tank it for $20. Care.
Keep the team speak up for a month, wouldn't it?
I remember Matt K saying a month ago that like if a team's in second in the Skilling Cup, they're just going to DDoS the team in first. I can't see Hexis or Solus doing that to the other person. It's just completely not how it would happen.
I don't think anyone in either clan knows how to do any of that anyway. They all spend too much time skilling.
Yeah.
So that's poor perspective by their leader.
And that again kind of backtracks to, if these guys played more, they'd...
What they should do is fly Solus and Hexis out to Runefest, and we do a live competition. Heads up, 5v5 on the main stage, just like the fucking League of Legends Worlds tournament. We got the headsets, we're in glass cages, so we can't hear anybody. We have commentators.
It'd just be the
We have
best thing to imagine in
$2,000
the world.
DX Racer chairs. That's what I want. And we have Modweth in a referee outfit with the
He gives Trance a red card for using a 1 to 3 spell.
and then I get thrown out. That'd be funny. He throws his flag, and I fucking get thrown
He
out
blows his
arguing with
whistle
him.
first, and then he throws his flag up.
Oh my god.
It's just the best image in my mind right now.
Did you make that up on the spot, or was that something you've been fantasizing about?
I've been fantasizing about this for a while now.
Holy shit.
Yeah, on the question anyway, I feel that they need to put in more GP syncs into the game. There's a lot of inflation throughout various areas of the game, which is causing GP to be fucking worthless now. Like the transfer rate is just dropping and dropping between RS3 and 07, which just shows how much the value of 07 is dropping, and like everything's raising in price, blah blah blah. But if they could just start implementing things like just small gold sinks here and there, just for why you do Slayer, PVM, skilling or whatever, like unlock skilling areas by paying a certain amount to get in. I don't know, like haven't thought about anything specific, but they just need to start trying to work on it because it is a very important thing they need to address. Because the economy is just going to go to absolute shit in a couple of years from now. Like it's done a lot of damage in the past year itself, so.
Inflation seriously needs to be addressed before it's too late as well.
Oh yeah, once it gets to the point where it's over, it's over. It's just going to be an RS3 economy.
Yeah, Zulrah and Wyverns would be two easy first steps.
And they
Maybe
seem
not.
to be the hottest topics on everyone's mind, I think. The people on Reddit cry about them enough.
Someone said tax stakers. Technically, they are taxed because a lot of them get banned. So that's GP leaving the game. There's your staking tax for you.
Remove the duel arena.
Oh.
No, it's a good GP sync. Think about how much GP leaves the game because people reward trade at the arena.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest GP sync in this game.
And that's saying something about the game.
Yikes! I never thought about it that way.
Yeah, I really never either. Fucking hell.
Alright, so I don't know if this was polled yet. I don't know if it's failing or passing, but it is? Okay, well there's going to be a new lunar spell that's going to allow you to remotely check all of your patches that you have planned. Pretty much it's an in-game OS Buddy Pro plugin. They are also going to be making OS Buddy remove the remote accessed plugin. What do you guys think about that getting removed, and what do you guys think about it just overall?
Just sounds about your amulet's nature, I guess. Don't use the client, so I've got no experience with the plugin. Just dumb. People thinking that this spell's going to make like Nats go back up to 300 GP each, very delusional comment, because no one's checking their patches like every however many
40 minutes.
Yeah, no one's doing that.
I would check it every 40 minutes.
Why?
See if the magic.
You should be competent enough not to miss the text, and you should.
No, but it would tell you if it's dead
magics
or not.
anyway, and I guess your palms you could pay for as well.
No, if it tells you if it's diseased, then you should check it every 40 minutes. Save 100k if you check it and go revive it. So if it saves you, as long as it doesn't take more than 3 minutes or something, it's worth it.
I'm not going to bother.
You're not following me? I don't know.
Oh, I follow you. I'm just not going to bother.
Why not?
Lazy. I don't want to interrupt the flow of fishing.
You can literally put the runes you need.
Plus, I've already got like
your
30k
farming
coconuts in my bank.
You're an idiot. Razor, what do you think?
I love the plugin. I'm sad to see it having to leave the game. I made an Amulet of Nature like 2 days ago or something because I thought that the update was gonna be yesterday, but luckily it wasn't. So yeah, but I'm not looking forward to it. But I guess with this spell, it kind of
Will it be like RS3 where you use it and it checks all of them for you, or do you have to select manually the patches you want to inspect?
I feel like you just click the spell and it opens an interface where you
Yeah,
can look
because
at all
on
your.
RS3 you used to get it with the farm, and it would show you the status of every crop spot in the game. So you'd have your bushes, hops, allotments, herb patches, flower patches, trees, whether they be fruit, spirit, or magic, all listed, and the status of them. So it'd either be empty, growing, or diseased or dead.
I would want it to only show the patches where you actually have something planted. Because it would just be a waste of space in there to having to scroll through everything.
Wade through.
Or just a little checkbox that says only show
Yeah.
filled patches. Yeah, I really like the spell. Obviously the plugin is ridiculously overpowered. It's really not something you can already do. Because nature only tracks one, right?
Yeah.
You just
Yeah,
put it
I mean,
on your last
that's-
tree that you planted.
The OS Buddy one lets you access every single patch in the game.
Well, the point of the nature is to know when it's done. The OS Buddy plugin tells you when it's diseased, so you can save a lot of money and go revive it. That's really overpowered, and I'm really glad that they're doing this.
Yeah, I'm quite happy they're doing it. At the same time, I'm also kind of not, because I do enjoy the plugin. I just started to use OS Buddy again recently, but if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. We'll just have to adjust to it, and it depends what the spell's going to be like as well, because it's all just speculation at this point.
I hope the spell doesn't take fucking forever to load up,
Big NPC contact.
Yeah, fuck that. Just cast a damn spell and give us the damn interface. No tick loss. But OS Buddy is in the works of getting not a loophole, but something that it's gonna set a timer. Or what they're working on is a timer, so you plant your magic seed and it will then 7 hours and 20 minutes later it will kind of say, hey, this should be done now. I don't know how
farming does.
For most people, that's not gonna work.
I know.
People log out and in all the time. It's not. Yeah, people are not gonna like that.
They might be. They're trying to work something like that out, but definitely.
They can make it so it checks every time you log in or out if you're in a farm tick, and that could work. But even then, there's still some funky shit that goes on with farming, where even if you log out, you're not in a farm tick, it still fucks up. So.
Yeah, we'll see what kind of adjustments they make. It's definitely one of the it's one of the most favorite plugins for sure. It's very overpowered. It been using OS Buddy for over 2 years. That is the most overpowered fucking plugin that has ever come into the game, letting you know each cycle, hey, your shit's disease, it's on. Yeah, it unbelievably overpowered. I think it's good that they're I think it's great that they're coming out with a spell of its own to let you do that. I'd have been okay had they said, alright guys, that's way too overpowered, we can't have any of that. I applaud them for putting in a spell that pretty much does that. It's good job on their part.
I agree with Randy, basically, and Sick Nerd was harping on this back before he burnt out, that there's a way too overpowered third-party client that seems to be widely allowed. That's hypocritical of me to say, because I use it, but I don't have the pro version, and I just think it's overpowered in general. Both versions are.
Alright. Do you guys prefer desktops or laptops more? What do you play on?
Desktops, how can you play on a laptop, honestly? I don't understand.
The portability. If you left your room, you would see how great it is to have a laptop.
You don't need to leave your room, though.
Zach, if you didn't leave your room, you'd see
Everything
how
you
shit a
need is
laptop is.
home. Home is here.
I have both, but my desktop broke a year ago, and I was too lazy to fix it, so now I just play on the laptop.
I maxed and did about 80 mil agility on a laptop with a touchpad, and then recently got a laptop and never looked back. I have no idea how I did it.
Well, if you would have had a mouse for your laptop, you
would have done something else in agility.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hey, I maxed with the touchpad. That was alright. Could do other stuff.
It's actually impressive.
I got my desktop about a year and 8 months ago, and I don't miss having a laptop a single bit.
Yeah, I had a laptop. I played for about, well, since the start of old school to about 3 months ago, I had a laptop, but then I got clean staking and destroyed it.
What?
Yeah, I completely I'll try and find the screenshot for you later. I sent it to my friend on Facebook, but it was obliterated. But
what
yeah,
the
so
fuck
I
happened?
360 for a desktop. Somebody just traded me this old Dell Optelex 755, and it's actually not a bad little machine. But I'll never go back to laptops after that. But yeah, basically I put.
Give us the fucking story. What the fuck happened?
I was at the Jaw Arena, got cleaned for like 400 mil or something. Fucking boom, fist went through the screen wasn't working, drop kicked it several times, it was all hanging in pieces, fucking bits flying everywhere, my fist was bleeding, my fucking leg was bleeding. My grandma was shouting at me because I was smashing shit up, and it just wasn't a good time, man. It wasn't a good time. But now I have a desktop and it's okay.
Man, was that a one stake YOLO or was that several losses?
Several, many losses.
Oh man.
That's what I think that's why I got so angry. But yeah, it was a pretty stupid thing, but I've ended up with a better computer because of it, so...
It all happens for a reason. It was God's doing.
Exactly. And I do want to upgrade this when I have the money, because this is like very, very basic computer. It's like what you'd have in secondary school at the start.
Yeah, I know the exact machine you're talking about.
It's exactly the same one like you'd have in school.
Staking's bad, okay? Play on a laptop, have never played on a desktop. I got my laptop when I graduated high school in 2012, and been playing RuneScape on it the whole time. I like the first 3 or 4 weeks, I'll say 2 or 3 weeks of old school, I played without a mouse or anything before I got one. I have always played on a laptop. I think its portability is incredible. I play in my living room, just on my bed, just like, for me, it being so portable is fantastic. I am looking to, so I'm graduating in May here, and I think like once I finish paying off my student debt, which I think I'll be graduating with only like either like $3,000 to no debt, but I think like after that I'm gonna start looking into getting like a nice ass fucking desktop. I can get the best of both worlds then. But
you're a professional RuneScaper.
I'm trying to be a professional meme poster. Get the best Twitter account, NA.
Good luck.
There's a lot of competition at the moment.
You have a lot. Your meme database get stocked up there, Trance. I saw more memes than usual this last week.
Had some good ideas.
I've seen agility, so of course we had a lot of time.
But alright, here we go. I think people probably expected this to come at some point. This is Andrew and Randy explain the Mahogany plank situation.
Can you just do a rap for this? So good.
Go ahead, Andrew.
Nope.
Well,
You've offended him.
Where did he go?
Ashamed.
Alright, well, I guess I'll kind of talk about it then. I don't know what the fuck happened to him. So, pretty much Vestful. So,
Burying the hatchet.
let's go way back. Andrew, feel free to butt in at any time. And he was aware of this before it came up, so I don't know what happened.
Worried about Andrew butting in.
So Andrew was burnt out, ready to quit. Went to the duel arena, staked, won a few bill, started doing con, and then Vestfold decided he was gonna beat Andrew to 200 mil con. And so Vestfold then begged every friend and acquaintance that he had ever had, begging them to get some money so he could beat Andrew. He made a video and was like, Andrew doesn't deserve to be rank 1, so I'm taking money from my friends so I can beat him to it. Vestfold asked half of the motherfuckers in this podcast right now for money to do that shit. And I think after a few days of him doing that, Andrew got burnt and said, do this shit.
Hey.
Where the fuck did you go?
I'd also been staking at that time. I just got back from the washroom, sorry.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you picked a great time to leave.
Sorry, man.
Alright, go ahead then, go ahead.
So I was staking while I was doing con, and I'd won another 2 bill on top of what I had. I'd already had 200 mil con bank. So I said, like, just fuck it. Anything to beat Vestfold, Randy. Just, it was a loan initially, but during the 2 weeks after I gave him it, I'd won another 2 bill that I was talking about. And so I said, I don't need it back. Just fuck it, beat him to 200 mil. And that's what happened. And then basically we were honest about it, and now the community fucking hates us.
but then there's that, like, everyone was quick to, like, Vestfold made a video saying, fuck Andrew, I'm taking my friend's money, he doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, that's what pissed me off. That's why I made my name donation fold. It's like fold, like tenfold something. It's to up him. I'm out donating him. I won that. Rank 1 con. The only verdict is Vestfold's a bitch.
Alright, let's move on. That was a lot of fun. So we got there's been a lot of rumors regarding the Zulrah possibly being nerfed. We even talked about that as being one of the bigger problems. Oh, first let me just say, Sten, you are the true rank 1. It's Stenvix, you deserved it. You are the real rank 1. You are the no one perfect of con. Right. There's been a lot of rumors regarding Zulrah possibly being nerfed. What is everyone's view on this, and would you guys like to see it get nerfed or what?
Yeah, most definitely. But it's obviously it's all a rumor going around, but it might even be enough to push Jagex into making it an actual thing, because it's been talked about so much in the game, more so lately than ever. And obviously, if everything MacGuffins and flashing and all that crap, it might be like the Trickool used the analogy earlier, snowball effect of just starting to fix shit out. So I'm hoping it happens. There'll probably be plenty of people that disagree with me because they love camping Zulrah, but it'd be very good for the game. As we all know, it pumps a lot of GP into the game through alcohols, blah blah blah. So I'm just keeping my fingers crossed, to be honest, because like with Guffins and that, it's still better late than never. They can still do it. But it's just what they would replace the drop table with is the question. Because that's the difficult bit about it. Like, what else are you going to put on there?
I did kill Zulrah for the first time sometime in the last since the last podcast. I used an Ellie to try and tank it. It took me 6 minutes and 55 seconds to kill Zulrah. But I killed it. That motherfucker is harder than fuck for an incompetent motherfucker like myself. Although it is a whole lot of fucking money. When I mentioned Zulrah being one of the top 3 best and one of the top 3 worst updates, I mean, I'll kind of have a feeling of, alright, I'm glad it's not so fucking overpowered now, and then it's going to be like, oh, shit. Now Magic Seeds are 150k each. So I don't know. It gonna be feeling indifferent when it happens. It's gonna, yeah. I mean, for selfish reasons, I'll be upset, but yeah. Uh-oh, I'm lagging. Go ahead.
I like paying like 70k for my Magic Seeds, and so yeah, if they are gonna nerf
Long
Zulrah.
time since you brought Magic Seeds if you're paying 70p for him.
Oh yeah, probably like 3 months ago or something. But yeah, if they're gonna nerf Zulrah, I'm not looking forward to it. I know it's better for the game if they do, but just my own selfish opinion, I think it should stay the same.
I don't know how. Like, could they nerf it without absolutely
Ruining it?
destroying it, like making it really bad? You know what I mean? Like, could they do that? I don't think would they nerf it slightly? Like, I don't think they'd nerf it slightly. I think they'd nerf it a lot or not at all. You know what I mean? So I feel like whatever, if they do change something, it'll have a pretty big effect. And
I don't know what you're all talking about. Zulrah was already nerfed. You don't need to nerf it again. It's perfect the way it is.
Agreed.
Right.
Wait, let me bank 200 mil farming and then you can nerf it.
Someone pointed out that for the Iron Men who have already got 99 farming, if that nerf happened, that would put those who already aren't at 99 at a huge disadvantage. But shit. Wonder if it'll happen or not. I mean, we had been speculating about a possible 6-hour nerf for more than a year before it actually happened. I wonder if we're going to be talking about this a year from now, 10 months from now, 6 months from now. Are we still going to be saying, are they going to nerf Zulrah?
Someone said by the end of the year. Might have been like Ash or someone.
But they are collecting data on it right now. Is that...
They've been collecting data on it forever. They just data warehouse supposed to make it easier to look at or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
It definitely needs a nerf, and it's probably about time. Just see how well they can nerf it. Probably down to like 1.2 mil an hour, maybe 1.4. Be good.
Yeah, it'd be good. Alright. What are your guys' thoughts on tick abuse methods like 3-tick fish, 3-tick woodcutting, and shit like that? Is that good or bad? Would you encourage or condemn them? Andrew?
I don't really do this myself, so I don't have much of an opinion on it.
I think it's more of smart use of the game mechanics.
Well, wouldn't 6-hour methods be under that same thing?
Yeah, you hypocrite.
Maybe, but
Maybe.
when you're doing the tick abuse for fishing and woodcutting, you're actually putting in way more effort for what
How
you're
is that?
getting.
That is, I hate that argument. Like, oh, it's okay to abuse a bug because it's effort.
Yeah, but
This is
Doing
not
that
effort.
corp glitch where you put the cannon down and hop worlds and hop back, that's a fuck ton of effort. Is that okay?
I don't know.
You got Razor. He's
You don't know.
Razor's gonna go back to
I
not
mean,
speaking for another 3 questions.
for the guttons, you have to actually put in less effort in the end for what you're doing. Abusing game mechanics. I mean, fuck it. I don't know.
Defeated.
chalk that one up to Trance.
Trance
Yeah, I mean,
1, Razor
I think
0.
it's think it's bug abuse. I think Vestfold should be permanently banned. Lynch him.
Banned.
Lynch him. I think Trickool should be permanently banned.
Well, they've been doing it for a week, you bastard.
I think Gambino should be permanently banned. Yeah. Did I miss anybody?
All the noobs that attempt to snowfish when they see me using a reindeer hat should all be banned.
Agreed. Well, no, you should be banned. You should be IP banned for encouraging bug abuse.
I'm encouraging breaking the rules.
Yeah. By putting snow down, you're encouraging rule breaking. Yeah.
Alright, I'm not gonna say it's a clever use of game mechanics. It's, I'm just gonna not comment because I don't want to take an L.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you on that one, Randy. Like, I do personally feel like it's more effort, more reward, and then definitely with what Trance said about Corp, and like, it does make a lot of sense. So I'm definitely neutral in this.
The more effort, more reward argument is bullshit.
I will encourage people to 3-tick though.
You're spending more time into.
Although I'm too much of a lazy bastard to 3-tick woodcut.
I'm definitely an adversary of it. I'd encourage the ingenuity rather than condemn it. Effort, no, it's not. It's easy. Learn the pattern, do the pattern. Hard to mess up. Yeah, I look at it as another way to train it. So, especially fishing is very flexible in the different ways you can train it. You can 5-ticket, 4-ticket, 3-ticket, whatever, depending on your mood. And I think it's a lot like, you could AFK sharks, or you could 1-tick chrome ones, or something along the lines of that. You could do Motherlode Mine, you could do Quarry, you could do Dog, you could do Ardy, just different aspects to a skill. They've never openly said that it's wrong. If anything, they've said that they're fine with it. So I don't see, as a dedicated skiller, why you wouldn't invest the extra effort. That is contradicting myself saying it's not extra effort. The minuscule extra effort that it is for the increase in experience. I also hate that the EHP isn't based off 3-tick fish. I think that the HP for fishing should be like 100k at least.
At least 95 would be alright.
Considering Best can get like 115 with his method, easily should be 100k. Like 95 to 100.
95, I think, is fair. Shit. Alright. So move on to the next question then. What is one thing you hate and one thing you love about where you live? It then says freedom doesn't count, Americans.
I'm not really sure if there is anything specific that I like about where I live.
Where do you live, Razor?
In his bedroom.
What country? Europe?
America.
I live in Sweden.
Country.
Is that your answer, Razor?
Yeah.
That answer sucked.
It's pretty great here. You should move here.
One thing I really love about where I live is the weather. It's never too hot. It's never too cold. Rarely snows, and it's rarely above like 90-ish. So just really temperate, really like never extreme weather.
You ever get really fucking humid though?
I don't notice.
Oh god, one thing about the summer in England is just how humid.
Oh no, not really.
We don't get hot, we just get humid. The humidity is ridiculous. I like the weather in England. It's always perfect RuneScape weather. Not too hot, not too cold, usually a bit of drizzle. As for one thing I hate, I really don't know. There's nothing that makes me think, right, I'm leaving this country as soon as I fucking kind of hate it here. I'm mostly alright with it.
So for me, the exact place where I live, which I'm obviously not going to say, is like a really nice place to live, as it's like quite a touristy place. So I'm very lucky to live here, as it's quite expensive to actually get a house here. Blah blah blah. It's just nice to be able to cycle down to the beach, whatever, go chill down there, have a barbecue down there. But then one thing I really hate is how hard it is to find a job. It is disgustingly difficult. Like, no matter what qualifications you got, what experience you got, you're still in the same boat as every motherfucker that applies for the jobs. It is just literally a roulette.
The whole
It's
politics
disgusting.
and economics of the UK is just shit, though.
Oh, and a little bonus thing. In the current job I'm at, most jobs in the UK from big companies now give low-hour contracts. And I'm currently on an 8-hour-a-week contract, which is fucking terrible. So some weeks I could be getting 40 hours to 50 hours, and the other weeks I could be getting 8 hours. So obviously it completely fucks up the money that I have to be paying out every month, etc. And then I have to claim benefits on the side to fucking back me up if I get shit wages. And the reason they do this is just so that if I take a week holiday off, they only are entitled to pay me up to 8 hours of what I earn.
Yeah, so you lose out on a load of pay.
Yeah, so they just do it to save money essentially, and it fucks everyone over. And then the government gets angry when people take benefits.
Yeah,
That's like the major
but
thing.
they
To be
pay,
honest.
if you're on the dole, they're paying you to actively search for a job in an economy that has very few jobs.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's ridiculous. They should spend more time working on fixing the current job market rather than just chucking out more benefits to people and then complaining about having no money left. But yeah, that's getting really political, so we'll stop there. But yeah.
All right, I think I'm more progressive politically than Abyss, but I'm from Canada, the West Coast. I really like our healthcare system compared to the States in particular. It's doesn't ruin people financially. And people will argue that it's too slow if you need something that's not urgent. But we can still go to the States if we have extra money and stuff. There's nothing stopping us.
What do you hate?
Oh, I hate how hockey's just God's sport up here. I really wish we had America's palette for sports like basketball and football and even baseball. Much more appealing for me. Go Blue Jays, by the way.
So this is Abyss and Andrew's first time on the podcast. How have you guys? I mean, we're almost hitting 3 hours. It's gone on significantly longer than what I was anticipating. But how have you enjoyed your time on the podcast so far? And is it something you guys like to do again? You know, like.
Oh, most definitely. I really enjoyed myself, but I'd just like to be a lot less tired next time because I stayed up all day and all night and worked. So I just feel like a fucking vegetable right now. So my input wasn't exactly the greatest today. But I'd be more than happy to join in future live streams, etc. It'd be really good fun.
Yeah, I've had fun too, and I'd like to be back. But given Trance's comments on religion and just having me in the whole construction dilemma, I'd like to hit a record actually for most dislikes on YouTube. If we could pull this off,
There is no way it's passing like the 50-something that was on the one with Morph and Mass.
My
Fuck
rants
that.
will give you likes.
Let's go over 50 dislikes, guys. Come on, we can do it.
But throw at least 300 likes in there. Please.
Yeah.
Rate, comment, subscribe, pick for pick, sub for sub. You know the deal. It's alright. Next thing we got is... Next thing we got is... So last night I was streaming and Ronan sent... I was streaming at, I think it was like 4 or 5 a.m. my time. Ronan sent me a PM in game and it said... let's see, hold on. It's loading up for me, fuck. It was... Dear viewers, please follow @JagXRonan on Twitter. Thank you. I had like 150 viewers. I had like 150 viewers at the time.
That's just disappointing.
Did he instantly take you off his friends list afterwards?
I didn't add him until like a half an hour later, and he was offline. But I thought that shit was funny as hell.
That's funny.
I even went to the effort of like making it so if someone logs in and out that disappears, just so I could have his message on the stream as long as possible until I got 6-houred. But I thought that shit was I thought that shit was pretty funny. some people were saying that I should be mad at him. No, not at all. I like that. That shit to me was pretty funny. But the question is, did I like the shameless promoting? No, I do the same shit. Shout out to him. Smart. He's a genius.
Go that far, Andy.
If he could just unblock me and give us some answers on the Skilling Cup, that'd be great. But alright, gonna take this last question here, only because we've gone for nearly 3 hours. So, what kind of chair do you guys use when you play? Like, Trance has got these dreams of a $2,000 DX racer, but what is the what is the real situation we're dealing with?
Got it on sale for like $90 because Office Max was closing and everything was half off. Nothing fancy. I don't think it even has a name brand on it anywhere. It's just pretty comfortable. I've had it for 14, 15 months now, and it's still nothing's like torn or anything. So probably try to find a similar one if it ever falls apart.
I got my chair, so for the first year and a half, well, actually longer than that. Last year I used like this really shitty like $20, $30 chair, and eventually my fat ass like wore out like the cushioning in the chair, so I got like this like little pillow kind of thing that I started sitting on, and when I moved out from school in May, I just tossed the fucking chair and rebought, but I went shopping and bought the chair that I'm currently in. It's like a full back black chair, comfy as hell, cushions on the armrest. Doesn't have a specific name or anything, but a lot of people were saying like, oh, you should get the DX Racer chair. I just can't justify spending $400 on a chair that I ain't even sat in. I need to sit in this chair and like it needs to feel great. My chair cost me $220. It was on sale. I love it. It's great. I think my arms are getting a little loose. I need to like screw those bitches in, but everything about my chair is fantastic.
I just got a £5 chair that I got from a car boot sale around 4 years ago. Yes, it's a pretty shitty chair, but I just cover it in pillows to make it comfortable as fuck, and it's done me well, so no back problems or anything. Don't see the point wasting shitloads of money on a chair.
Well, it's a chair that your ass is going to be cemented in for years.
I'm like, in this chair. I don't get any problems with it. Like, I'm happy with it.
Well, then I guess that, hey.
And it cost me £5, man. That's like, what, $8?
About. George said he uses a $1,200 chair at work.
Jesus.
Dude.
Please tweet a picture of it. He gets to work on Monday, because I really want to see that $1,200 chair.
Man, $1,200 chair better have like a back massage on it.
Yeah.
I want...
Yeah. Better have Wi-Fi. Better have Bluetooth. Better be streaming Netflix on a extendable headrest that comes in front of your face.
Yeah, dude, that $1,200
mini fridge with it as well.
Yeah, mini fridge.
Needs to have everything going on with it. Oh, he just linked it. Let's see. What is it? Pulling it up.
No.
What the fuck is that?
That's a $80 chair.
That chair looks like shit. $1,200.
So I don't know why, but I honestly like 75% of the day I have my feet on my chair with my knees to my chest. That's just how I sit. Or like I'll have one knee up.
Of my legs.
Yeah, I'll have one knee up and then one leg under the other leg like that. Like, so I need a chair that has no.
That's like you said, like L off Death Note.
I'm not
my
that
chair-
autist, but
My chair's just some used thing that I got from my dad's office. It's pretty alright. I remember though when I first made the transition from laptop to desktop, I didn't have a chair, so I just used like a stool for maybe 2 days.
Shit.
It really hurt my back doing agility for 15 hours a day on a fucking stool.
Oh, that would have sucked.
Man.
God. I
The
feel
only
like
thing
one of the...
Oh, sorry.
Oh, still go on. You're not done. Go ahead.
The one thing I don't like about it though is that the arms don't go under the desk.
Hey, let me butt in here. So my chair is, like, even at its lowest setting, it's kind of tall. I had to. My desk is on wheels, and what I had to do to be able to fit my chair under it, so like I taped the hell out of my chairs, or my wheels, so it wouldn't be moving around. And then I had to put these wooden blocks under the wheels, and then I had to tape that shit all around. I can maybe send out a picture of it, but I taped the fuck out of the wheels and threw in a block just so I could get my chair to fit under my desk. It looks ratchet as hell. But if you're sitting at the desk, you don't see it.
My chair is a lazy boy chair, so it's like a recliner, and I play on an elevated table with my desktop on it, or laptop on it. So it's really relaxing, and I just bring the mouse back to on the chair, and have a number pad up for HK in my other hand. Then I feel like a proper super nerd.
I think I would fall asleep in fucking lazy boy. Anyone have any other topics that we may have missed? Any of you guys? Can you think of anything?
I'm doing fire making on a 2K world right now, and I accidentally dropped the magic log, and some guy just came and picked it up. It's a 1.6.
Thank you for sharing that.
I'd do the same.
What's his RSN? Shut up.
I don't know. Hold on. Let me check.
Bizarre hero.
Todd Mark, I think it was.
Jesus Christ.
sounds like a type of name that would do that.
Yeah, no kidding. Let me just apologize for this Tuesday. We were supposed to have a podcast, but things just didn't work out, so we had to push it back. Next weekend is let's just touch on next week is Runefest. Any of you guys plan on watching any of the streams or anything like that they have going on?
I will watch all of the old school streams just because I
Yeah,
have nothing
same.
better to do.
Yeah, I'll probably watch
RS3,
them.
I could not care at all about.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that you make a new bingo card for the Runefest.
I might have to. Somebody's probably do it and steal my meme. So
But I think it
asked
would.
me where Runefest was being held, and I said it'd probably be one of the mods' house because they'd be dealing with the DDoSers. I think that'd be pretty funny if they started getting hit off during a stream.
well, it's going to
I
be at
don't
a big
watch
convention
everything of
center.
it.
So
It's a good thing. It's good to watch, even if, like, just to see some of the RS3 stuff. Just to.
Yeah.
That didn't really affect me at all, but I've got nothing better to watch.
the guys who hosted are really fucking cringe.
Yeah, but that's the best part.
No, it's not. Really not.
They hired a dwarf to do it like 2 years ago.
But
Just
Matt
looks
K,
like a
Matt K
fucking
did say there were going to be
RuneScape
some
dwarf.
surprises at Runefest.
Oh, it's worth a watch just for the fucking intro sequence. Do you remember last year's?
Oh, I can't wait. It's gonna be
too
great.
You
I
remember?
can't wait. It's gonna be good.
I like the ideas that they pitched out at last Runefest. You know, the whole Zaya thing.
I never got Nightmare Zone Slayer. A year on, not
That
even a mention of it.
we did not see a post about that
Nightmare Zone
after.
Slayer.
Wait, what?
Dude,
Matt K suggested a.
I'm
thing
sure
that
we
sounded
ripped this at
exactly
some
like
point.
Nightmare Zone, but it was for Slayer monsters instead of just quest monsters.
That sounds like the worst idea I have ever heard.
Oh, no,
I'm
yeah,
really
6
glad
methods
they
got
never
nerfed.
followed
It's
up on that.
stupid.
Oh yeah, absolutely, it was horrible.
Especially like a gauntlet where you go in and see how long you can last and get Slayer XP or something.
Yeah.
No, you just said, imagine you're in a dungeon, and there's Slayer monsters coming out the walls, out the floor, out the roofs.
Oh yeah.
And then you've got to just defend yourself against
That's
the waves
exactly
of
what he
Slayer
fucking
monsters.
said.
He would say like the waves of Slayer monsters. I was just like, right, quick melee
You
break.
sound exactly
There
like
we
him.
go. AFK, be back in 6 hours. It was just the best. It was the most mod Mike K suggestion in the world, and all the DJs was like, "Who the fuck?"
I wonder if
Slayer
you came
monsters
up with that on
build?
the spot or something.
Did they deliver on anything they suggested at Runefest last year? That's when
Remember.
Zaya first came about, isn't it?
I don't believe so.
Productive year for the old school team.
But
I would boo him if he did that.
hey, what kind of experience do you guys think you would have if you went to Runefest? I think I would get
Probably-
get kicked out
For what?
for just being me.
I would get a jersey with like Trance and then my overall rank on the back.
You know, Trance music, Trance underscore music rank 16 overall.
Yeah.
That's the name.
God bless.
Oh, I'd love to go to Runefest. I tried getting a ticket this year, and by the time I had the money for it, all the fucking things were sold out. So next year, hopefully, I should be there.
I wonder how people would react if they saw me and knew, oh, it's trance music. That'd be kind of interesting. I would go if it wasn't, across the pond.
I think if I went, I would just call everyone there a fucking nerd, and I would be booing the hell out of all the mods. Like,
Like you, hold my dick.
I think I would have a fantastic time, but I think I would get kicked out. I think I would have that good of a time that I would get kicked out.
Blocked IRL.
But I think Ashley is going for Runefest. I don't know of any other Hexis members who are going. You guys know it all?
I haven't heard of anybody else.
I don't know.
If
It's
they,
pretty cheap to get to, really.
if you live in fucking Europe,
You live in England,
fuck.
of course.
I would go, man, if it was that close. Yeah.
I'm like 2 hours away.
I could get on a
fucking
train
thing.
for like 6 hours and it'd only cost like £80, and the ticket itself's only like 100. Really wouldn't be that much for a weekend.
Like that shit's expensive as hell. Like for me, it'd be like nearly $2,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just because
Holy
the plane will cost a lot.
Yeah.
Gotta get the hotel since we don't live there. Well, I could crash at your place, right, Trickool?
I'm
56
northwest,
hours away.
Southeast.
You would get a hotel if you won?
You're not crashing at my hotel for free. I think you'd have to pay me.
But why would you wouldn't you just take a train back? Don't the trains run all day?
Yeah, I probably would.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd get a tent and sleep in the train station.
Well, you sleep in a bus shelter,
Yeah, sleep
An
in a
alley?
bush shelter.
a nice little alley, cozy with all the other hobos in London.
Yeah, mate, I'd fit right in.
If I went, I would want to go for like a week, not for like
Yeah,
not like
I'd probably stay in UK or maybe go to Europe afterwards.
You guys would have to make a holiday out of it at that point.
yeah, absolutely.
You think
Yeah,
it's
you
not
just go
worth
to
it.
everywhere in Europe because it's all so fucking close.
Mhm.
You get on a
It's-
plane from from Heathrow Airport to anywhere in Europe in about 2 hours on a plane, I think. 2.5 hours.
Condensed as fuck.
I would rather go to Tomorrowland than Runefest, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I think Runefest would be a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely.
I like
Yeah,
I
but
like
that's
Trance.
nice.
I like Trance's idea. I would wear like
Jersey.
We all got
Yeah.
jerseys and went like Hexis all together.
yeah. You could get. I could put like a gold star like on my shoulder and just
Well,
be
you
like.
have like a key on yours. wouldn't you?
I could have like a key Randalicious. You guys could have your little fucking gold stars.
And transform. Imagine we all stood in line.
That's the
in our
squad,
fucking
dude.
Ranks.
No, we need a booth. We need a Hexis booth. That's what we
we
Set
had a
up a
fucking
Hexis
panel.
Meet,
Oh, we had
meet
a
and
panel and Randy was in the middle. You have like me and Ging on one side and you and Clayton on the other
greet. Okay,
side.
alright, next year we'll contact Ronan, we'll get a Hexis booth set up at Runefest 2016. It's gonna happen, guys. See you next week. See you in 2 weeks for next podcast.
Live Hexis podcast.
Oh, could you imagine if we had a podcast just at Runefest?
Oh my god, yes! Yes. Can we take questions from people?
Oh, that would be beautiful.
We can only dream.
Take over the stage, mate. Just kick them off.
Oh man, that would be
I wonder
fantastic.
how many people would actually sit and watch our
Hey, honestly, next year's Runefest will line up pretty close to Hexis podcast number 50.
A 50th podcast anniversary.
23 right now.
Oh,
26
yeah.
a year. So in 2 years, it'll well, no, like 1 year, it'll be at 50.
I would really, really like if the Runefest took place in like August as opposed to October. I'd say there'd be a lot more possibility of me going. I just cannot justify like taking off of school to go, or like a year from now I'll be at the academy, so I won't be able to get any time off for that. But like, I think it would be a whole lot of fun if it took place in like August. I don't know what kind of timetable they have for next year, but I mean the last 2 years it's been at some time in October.
Yeah, it's been October for all of them, I think.
You know,
What
make
you
it.
need to do is go up on stage, grab the mic from Matt K, and say, "I'm gonna let you finish, but I just want to say that trance music had one of the best memes of 2015."
Nah.
Pull a
That
I'm
shit
running
was
for
awkward as
president.
fuck.
No.
In 2020, I'm running for president.
I think if Randy ever went to Runefest, they'd have to have him in one of his, like a straight jacket, so he can attack the mods.
Everyone's just holding him back.
Hey, I would take like a I would take
Hannibal Lecter had.
I would take a hey, I would take a
Something like that, but with red hair and a beard.
call it a podcast here. The next podcast should be October 9th or 10th. One of those 2 days, most likely. I'll put out a video beforehand. Hopefully there's no delays or anything like that. But we'll be looking at October 9th or 10th for the next podcast. In the description, there's going to be a link. You can fill that out with the topic. Feel free to submit one. That will enter you into a drawing for OS Buddy Pro. One more time, Dalton RS. You win that shit. I'll tweet you in a bit. But 2 weeks on the next podcast, and that should be a nice one. I mean, we'll get to kind of summarize up talk about Runefest and everything like that. It'll be a lot of fun. So,
We also said the Max Cake was sometime after Runefest, so we might even have that by then.
we'll
Just
see.
be creaming over it.
Oh, we'll see. But thank you, everyone, for watching this shit. God bless.
Cheerio.
Bye bye.
Bye.